good. Fuck that kid.
Then apparently
All
Pokimane
petty. Oh,
did
Jesus.
something to this one guy Gundam, a YouTuber Gundam, and now he's dropped from his sponsors because of Pokimane's fans. And now there's people on Twitter and Discord and 4chan who are basically making a YouTube hit list
Oh
and
my
Twitch
god.
hit list of, hey, we don't like this person. Let's attack their sponsors.
You want to know who's the safest out of all of this?
Who?
Logan Paul. And here's why. Because everyone knows what he's done. So there's no way anyone's going to care enough to fucking get him out.
Well, everyone knows what
Well,
Keemstar has done.
during his podcast, though, he says he doesn't have any sponsors. He says he always makes jokes and no one wants to sponsor him.
Well, he has Blue Chew. He's done
Yeah.
for hymns. Like, he has sponsors, but sponsors that probably don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Oh,
not
no,
just
sponsors
surprised
give a
there's
fuck.
not like a hit list of like Ninja. Like, dude, Ninja said this many years ago.
No,
Why?
he's too big. He's
Hey.
too big.
That's probably the same thing with Logan then too. Like Logan or
Mm.
Markiplier or any of them, they're like double S tier.
Yeah, they're
Regardless
too
of how
big.
we feel about them, like they're double S tier.
You do say the wrong thing though. They still can drop you 100% if
Oh,
you
yeah, super quick.
You gotta think
if you
though.
slip.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of these companies out there that are sponsoring people that are this big. That a lot of like kids that are like at least my age and younger don't even know these brands unless it was because of these guys. So they're not gonna drop them.
So there was a video someone tried to dub of a ninja because on his wife's channel, his wife often streams herself cooking, and he was like, "Guys, can you please stop nagging?" And someone dubbed it to make it sound like he said something else.
Oh.
And then Ninja's like, "You people are stupid." And then the actual because
internet's
the
a terrible
actual
place.
video is online where he says, "Hey guys, can you stop nagging my wife?" And then someone edit it because they're stupid.
The
But-
internet's just full of trash people.
Oh yeah. No. It is. The internet is full of trash.
Lance
It is the
Armstrong's
reason- it is the
number
dumping
5th
ground.
most trending person on Twitter right now.
Who is?
Who?
Lance Armstrong, the
Oh
biker.
God,
Who
what
do to get
happened
back
this
in the
time?
news?
Oh, let's see what we got here.
What did he do this time?
The first comment was, "Why the hell is Lance Armstrong trending on Twitter? He's more of an asshole. He's more of an asshole and a narcissist than Michael Jordan." ESPN is doing a 30 for 30 on him.
Ah, that's why. That would
Um,
explain everything.
Yep. Yeah, they're doing a 30 for 30, which is like their documentary series
They're really good documentaries.
called Lance. Part 1 airs tonight. Actually,
Nice.
it already started. 9 p.m.
Ah, fuck. We should have streamed it. We should have made a burner Twitch account and just streamed it.
One time, one of the biggest
Athletes.
sports athletes, figures in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out, he was doing
and then-
steroids.
Then he took steroids.
Wait, which
I mean-
which
I
Armstrong
mean-
is the moon guy?
Neil.
Neil Armstrong.
Neil. That's it. I was like, who?
Did
I
you
know-
think Lance
no,
Armstrong was the moon
no.
guy?
I just couldn't think of what Armstrong.
Oh, that's some good quality preamble
There's
content
a
right there.
couple Armstrongs out there that are like semi-famous, and I just couldn't remember his name. Yeah, it was Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong. That's
Budge,
Budge Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin.
Bud, Buzz Lightyear.
He's my hero.
I
I want to
only-
be just like Budge when I grow up.
Not that I don't think he became more relevant, but I think people kind of forgot who he was until he was in Transformers. Transformers
Lance
3.
Armstrong? Or
Budge
Neil.
Aldrin.
Bud, yeah, Budge, Mr. Aldrin, because he was in, because he shook what the hell is his name? Fucking Optimus Prime's
Optimus
hand.
Prime?
Yeah,
Ah.
because Neo obviously was since passed at that time.
Lance, I see. You and
Who
I
was
have
passed?
connection. Neither
Buzz?
of us have testicles.
No, Neil. That's why he wasn't in the movie. Because he was Aldrin was the only
Is he the one that's still alive?
he was the only one that was still alive out of the original uh, people who went to the moon. I think he's now passed away too, but I don't think there's anybody alive
No,
that has been to the
I'm
moon.
pretty sure what's his fuck is still alive because he has an Instagram page and he's a fucking gangster. Unless he
Maybe.
recently died. One of
Not
the
sure.
two. Pretty sure one of them is alive.
Well, let's consult the Google. Let's consult the Goog. Wait,
So did
that
the moon
sounded a
landing
little
actually
racist.
happen?
No. Not when we said it.
No, let's not.
What are you guys talking about? The moon landings?
Let's
Yeah,
not
I
talk
said- I
about
said-
it.
Didn't
No.
happen when we said it did.
God damn
Did
it.
it actually happen?
We have been to the moon, not when we said we did.
Like Neil, Neil, yeah, Neil Armstrong. There we go, and all that. One
Let me tell
small,
you some shit. The space is water, my guy.
We'll go ask
small
them.
step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Why don't we go ask one of them if they really did it?
They're all dead.
No, they're not.
I
Well,
was gonna say one of them's still
No,
definitely alive.
Buzz is still alive.
It's
Buzz,
They're all
okay.
that's
still alive.
yeah, Neil Armstrong. I think he died years ago.
You thinking of the biker, the
No,
cyclist?
That's Lance Armstrong. Neil Armstrong was
Neil
the other
Armstrong
one.
died in 2012 in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Neil Armstrong's the one that said the one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. That was Neil Armstrong.
Buzz is still alive, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, Buzz is still kicking.
Buzz is a gangster. Look at his fucking Instagram.
And Neil was the one who took the first step onto the moon. Quote
What
unquote.
about,
Yeah,
well, we could always
no.
interview, well, you
He's
know
90
Elon Musk
years
has been
old.
there.
Elon Musk been to the moon?
That's
That
why.
man's been to Mars though.
His name.
Did y'all see his
Okay,
like
all right.
retaliation to people making fun of his kid's name?
It's supposed to
I mean,
spell something out, but
It's
I
a
don't.
says-
stupid name.
He had stated,
Dash.
"Y'all aren't gonna be laughing when my kid's Emperor of Mars." That was a real tweet from King Weeb Elon. That was an actual.
It's
tweet.
amazing.
I don't think he was
Sorry.
able to name his kid that though, because I think the hospital told him no.
No, he probably can. I mean, there's
He's
technically
Elon
no way
Musk.
you
He
can
could do
tell
whatever
someone
he
no
want.
what they want to name their child. You can name him Freckle Cinnamon Twist Dick if you want to.
I think it was the symbols, the characters. Like you can't put characters on a social security card, is what they were saying.
My God, hold on. I would hate to be that kid's teacher.
Yeah,
Like him just go to school and then they just kind of look, or like the substitute teacher.
That kid's not going to
just
school.
They just kind of look at his his like name and just I don't even want to try to pronounce that.
yeah. No, I think they told him it was the characters that they couldn't. You can't have characters on your social security card. I think that's what the issue was.
Musk Jr.
Yeah, you can't
Yes,
have.
That's what his name should be, Musk Jr.
Can't have characters. And so the hospital told him no. So I don't know if he actually went through with it and just said screw it, or what happened with that.
So Buzz Aldrin's real name, his full name is Edwin Eugene Aldrin Jr. Fun fact.
How the fuck
How
did
they-
he get Buzz?
That's probably
probably a
just that's
nickname.
nickname.
Yeah, and it probably just stuck with him forever.
Oh, Edwin.
Yeah,
Like-
January 20th. He turned 90 years old.
Nice.
Damn.
I'm telling you, check out his Instagram one of these days. Dude's a fucking gangster.
Good old Neil Armstrong. He has to have some kind of ancestors.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
Pretty sure he's been born at one point.
I mean, not ancestors. I meant like
He
Kids.
has existence at some
yeah.
point.
I meant kids that carried on his legacy. Maybe not though.
Youngins.
Youngerns,
Younglings.
Successors, I think, would be the proper term.
Padawans.
Goobenheimers.
Young kin.
Ugh.
Straight up G's from the south side.
Straight up, jeez.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm gonna. That's how I'm gonna refer to my kids. I don't have kids. I have straight
Nice.
up G's from the south side.
There you go.
I just got
Straight
pimps and
hitters.
hoes.
Yeah.
Boats and hoes. Boats and hoes.
What's up,
Straight
pimp? How
hitters
can I
from
help
the
you?
east.
Neil Armstrong's from Ohio. I didn't know that.
Stone Cold
You're from
Killers.
Ohio.
Yeah. I said that he died in Cincinnati.
Lebanon.
That's not a place.
It's a place in Pennsylvania.
I wouldn't say I'm from Ohio, but I lived in Ohio for 2 years, two and a
Yeah,
half
you're not
years.
from Ohio.
Lived in the
I went to Ohio once. Does that mean I'm from Ohio?
close.
I have
I mean, I lived
existed
in
in Ohio.
I lived in Ohio every other weekend for like 12 years of my life.
Yeah, me too. Not for 12 years, but I used
And
to
did you live there every other weekend as well?
quite often. I had a girlfriend.
Were
who
you
lived there
alive
with her
every other
sister,
weekend?
so I would
Yeah.
drive there.
I took
So I would-
nights off. I just didn't exist during that time.
And then I lived in Sandusky, good old Cedar
Sandusky.
Point. You don't realize
Sandusky.
how much that season pass for that place like is
How Cedar-
effective.
How
It was worth
Cedar
it.
Point kind
Oh,
of
100%
sucks.
it is.
Get the fuck out of here. What,
Oh,
do,
man.
you, do you even like amusement parks though?
Not really. No, I'm not a fan.
Okay, then that's fair.
Yeah.
Bro, who here likes amusement parks? Have you been
Probably
to
wouldn't.
Kennywood?
And
Mhm.
Pittsburgh, no.
Kennywood's so lit, dude. Like, okay, so
It is
the
kind of
first-
nice.
The
It's
first
neat
time my
looking.
mother ever heard me swear. All right, so we were on this ride called the Dark Horse, and the Dark Horse is it's like this. It's the theme of it. It's like it's just big, stoic, dark, metallic robot horse. But so it starts you off with a kick, and I mind you, this thing you're sitting there, and it fucking rocks your ass back. And that's the first time I ever swore in front of mom. I said, "Shit!" Just because it fucking like snaps your neck backwards. It was great, great fucking times. Oh my!
I've been to.
Walker didn't even hear the rest. I could just fucking shut
Man,
off.
No,
I
I heard it.
remember
I heard what you
the
said.
first time.
No, I was
remember the
using my
first time
stick
I
to close
swear.
my door.
I remember swearing in front of my mom for the first time.
Yeah, I remember swearing in front of my mom and my grandma for the first time. I think it was, I can't remember if it was Christmas or Thanksgiving. It was one family holiday. And it was when I was real young, probably like 3 or 4. And one of my older relatives flags me over. It's like, hey, get over here. Get over here. So I come on over. What's up? What's up, Uncle Nino? Hey, go up to your mom and say, Vaffanculo,
Vaffanculo.
which basically means, I can't remember if it's fuck you or you're a bitch. One of the two. It means one of those two things in
I
Italian.
think it's fuck you. I'll double
that's
check.
what-
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's one of those two. I can't remember. So I walk into the kitchen. I waddle into the kitchen. And I go, hey, Mom. Hey, Grandma. Vaffanculo.
Oh, apparently it just means fuck.
Okay. I say that, and both of them just kind of look at me. And I have never in my life, my grandmother was a sweet old lady. She was like 70-something at the time.
Okay.
This woman chased me around the house the entire fucking night, ready to beat my ass.
That's fucking awesome.
She grabbed me by the shirt, lifted me up. I didn't know she had the strength in her at the time, and she probably didn't know either. She brought me into the kitchen, beat the shit out of me with her paddle.
Good old Italians, man. I fucking love it.
All
Wooden
of
spoon.
everyone else was just cracking up. My Uncle Nino was dying.
That's fucked
I'm
up.
pretty sure he probably passed for like 30 seconds at one point because of how much he was laughing. He probably went and said, "Hey to God, how you doing?" and then came back
Fucking hilarious.
Actually, I
because of
gotta
how
go
hard he
back
was
real
laughing.
quick.
And now you have emotional trauma for the rest of your life. But that's
Best
okay. It was a good
part.
laugh.
Yeah, it was a really good laugh.
That's
Now
all
I
that
can
matters.
look back at it and laugh. Boy, did I not a great time in my life.
Nice.
Italian people are the worst role models ever. Old Italian people, because they just They play the japes of the century.
Fucking love it. You guys ready?
Excuse me, yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ooh.
And end
Yeah.
the preamble.
Okay.
Me, end
All right.
preamble now.
I say let's. Are you ready? And I don't even.
Oh, Jesus
This
Christ.
motherfucker.
Sorry.
Yeah, you
Not even live.
kukalamanza you. Vaffanculo, you kukalamanza you.
Oh my.
I know what
language
half of
you're
that
using
means
right now.
now.
Yeah. It's a lot of words to say that though.
Yo, I'll get. Don't make me break out the lasagna sheets. I'll beat your
What?
ass with the lasagna sheets.
Please do,
Yay.
Daddy.
That happened to me once when I was younger. My grandma wasn't in arm's reach of the wooden spoon that she used, but she was in reach of actual like store-bought lasagna sheets, like the sheets of lasagna noodles, and just whacked me with it.
Fucking amazing. Just
Fun
kidding.
fact.
It's not amazing.
No, it's hilarious.
Childhood.
Fun. It was a different time back then. It was
was,
the
it really
late
was.
90s. It was a different time back then. Fun fact: pasta shrapnel and pasta splinters not fun.
Oh, I bet. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of every age.
All right, now end the preamble.
Let's get ready to rumble. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again to another week of the Level Unlock podcast. It's a big one.
Oh, we're done after this. This is the last
It
episode.
is.
Yeah.
This is a big
It's the
one,
last
boys.
episode,
This
man.
is been a nice run. It's been
Hey,
It's been
no
fun
one's
while it
getting
lasted.
no one's getting fired.
No, they're
Everyone's
not.
here.
Everyone
Yes.
is here.
So it's
That's good.
awesome.
I am here.
Welcome to the iconic and one and only episode 69
Nice.
of the Level Unlock podcast.
It's been a while.
Yes, you heard it here right.
Nice.
You heard
Fun.
right.
Nice.
It's
Proud
funny
of you
because
guys.
it's a sex number.
Yeah.
Got him.
Oh, what?
You guys have stuck with us for a long time.
Wow.
Yes. Episode 69. The end of our amazing run as with the Level Unlock podcast. Only downhill from here, boys. So might as well end where we're on top. So let's make this a good episode, shall we?
I prefer the bottom. Sorry.
Got him.
I was waiting for someone.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you to everyone out there currently sitting at our 5,770 followers on Podbean. Just unheard of and
Jeez.
absolutely amazing. You guys are the absolute best, and we thank you for spending every Sunday or whenever you listen to this throughout the week with us here. If you want to be a part of the Level Unlocked Nation, the Lockpick Nation, you can do so at Level Unlocked Podcast. That's not the website. It is patreon.com/Level Unlocked Podcast.
There we go.
Where you can join us, help us grow the channel, even though we're ending after today, but you can still help us grow because you never know.
Level Unlocked Season 2 coming up.
Who knows what'll happen? So
It's the golden age arc.
Season.
Yeah. So the golden age is coming to you. But let's get into it, shall we, boys? Let's go around the horn. Start with Mr. Schroeder. You kind of had a big weekend.
Yeah.
What's up,
fun
man?
little Weekend.
Hey,
How
what's
you
up,
been?
guys?
How you feeling? And what's up, dude?
Pretty good. It's been a bit of a crazy month, but staying busy. Actually, just got back from a camping trip not a few hours ago. We
Nice.
kayaked the course of about 40 miles. Probably about 50. Close to 20 each day. So we kayaked halfway and then camped and then finished, and it was lovely. We saw all kinds of nature, a lot of mud, a lot of falling in the mud, actually.
Fall in the mud.
Yeah, but I didn't tip
How
the
many times?
kayak over at all.
That's
That's good.
To someone else?
That might have happened.
That may have happened.
That may have
I
happened.
plead the fifth.
Cannot
Yeah.
confirm or deny these allegations.
Right.
Nice.
But it was a good time. There was actually at one point there was like legitimately like 25 people with canoes, all in our
Wow.
group, just working our way down the river. It was pretty nuts,
That's awesome.
and
That's so relaxing too. Just
it's very
chilling.
relaxing until you get to an island and you're the one in the front and you're just like dozed and daydreaming and just kind of just being lazy because you're in the
Taking in.
front. Yeah, you're just
Yeah.
taking in all of the nature because you worked really hard to get in front of everybody, so you can stop while they catch up and just enjoy. And then that's when they all yell, "Go left!" And you look to your right, or you look to your left, and
go
you
the
have
right way.
about 2 seconds to move your ass because the water, when it's going down the creek and it hits an island, it shoots around the sides of the island. So if you're not sitting in the right place at the right time, you're getting sucked down the other side. That happened.
Oh,
Kayaked by
Oh.
myself for a little bit. It was beautiful. It actually shot me out way in front of them, and so I'm going, and the group split up, and so a bunch of them are ahead, and then I just got split up from my group, so I'm paddling, and there was a lovely family. It was actually really nice going down that side of the river, because it's always gonna meet up, right? And but I get out, and apparently that motherfucker warp drove me through nature, because when I finally get to the big area where I can see them and them, I'm right directly in the center, and my eyes are bad, so I can't tell. Are those? Because dude, there was like a billion people out today kayaking. There really was. There was tons of people, so I didn't know if that was my group ahead of me or if that was my group behind me. So I just started paddling like crazy, and then I'm like, "Hark! What was that sound?" And it was Aimright yelling, "Pull over!" Literally, these rivers are moving so fast that if you have to turn around and try to go up it, it's very difficult to do that. And of course, where he's telling me to go left is directly in front of me, because of course I can't seem to keep the kayak going in a straight line. It's constantly going sideways down the river. So
You're drifting.
it happened both times, yeah.
Perpetual water drift.
Yep. But so it was nice though. It was a pretty good. It was a nice adventure. I got sunburn on my face right here. I don't know why I didn't get it over here because I was going sideways down the river. It all makes sense. That's why. You figure it would be the whole face. No, it's just the side that was constantly
In the sun.
yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, but it was
That's
fun.
funny.
I had a blast. I cannot wait to do it again, and I'm totally buying a kayak because Aimright let me borrow his.
Do it.
I'm totally getting one.
Next
Oh,
time,
they're
if I have
nice.
a little bit more, if I have a little bit more notice, I'm definitely coming with y'all.
Bro,
Two of them.
I know he's like, I'm like, bro, I want to buy this off you. He's like, well, I don't have any problems with selling it to you, but since you've used it, you might want to think about getting like a bigger one, or like, do you really want this one, or do you want to look around first? I'm like, that's why you're the man.
That's why
Yeah,
you
no.
make the big bucks.
I
Yeah, I
like
had,
doing it at Potomac. Potomac's are nice.
Nice
Kayak.
company. That makes
Potomac,
kayaks.
it's a company. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send
Yeah.
you. I'll send you the name.
Oh yeah, the idea of buying a brand new one is not. That's not gonna happen. But I will keep my eyes open for a nice used one.
So I think they're like 150.
Yeah,
not
because
bad.
they're usually like, well, they can go really high in price, but on
Yeah.
average, it appears most things in like mediocre professional, like not the cheap shit, but not the amazing stuff. It's almost everything's about $350.
Yeah, I've
Like-
noticed that when I looked.
It depends.
Some
when
of
you go
them.
to Dick's. I worked at Dick's, so like there's times where you'll find hella good sales that are like 125, 150, 200. Like that's when I got mine at least. I got mine for 150. I got two of them for $300.
Right now, it may be a little rough just because of the time of the year.
You got to think of the stipulations of the year though.
Yeah, that's
Wanna make
true.
it louder.
Yeah, that's very true. But that's awesome though.
Go
Yeah,
at the end of the season.
Oh, yeah.
That's usually when they want to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, it was definitely a really good time. I can't wait to go again.
I can go kayaking for like a month and a half down the side of a mountain when the snow melts for like a day, and then the river's gone and it's all sand and rocks. So
I like how you said I like how you said that you can go kayaking down the side of a mountain for like
For
a
a
month and a
month.
half to do it for a day, and then it turns into
Yeah.
sand and dust.
Hey, time here goes differently. Okay, there's no daylight savings time, so.
Yeah, imagine
It's
imagine what
different, but
imagine if you had daylight savings time, man. You'd be in like
Yeah.
the past. You'd be like
Yeah.
13 years behind us.
It'd be interesting for sure. Yeah,
It's gonna be,
kayaking.
like,
That's
leap
a
year.
that's a that's a hidden gem if you can find someplace around here. There is places. There is like oases and stuff up by Phoenix and shit. That you can go to and um find little lakes, but they're all man-made lakes. But nevertheless, anything else, Schroeder?
I mean, other than that, not too much. I actually haven't been doing much gaming this week at all.
Yeah, it's a good,
I've been staying
good
busy
relaxing
outside
time.
of that. Yeah, trying to.
Nice. Now, what
But-
about you, Nate?
Yeah, Nate, what have you been up to,
Yeah,
dude?
are you done? Did you finish up?
Pretty much. Yeah, I haven't really done a whole lot other than that. Just kind of working around the house and did a couple odd jobs for Granddad, and I mean, other than that,
Granddad.
not a whole lot. Putts with the server a little bit, but
Okay.
Which
the
one?
GTA server. Yeah,
You doing on that?
I put some notes in the thing. The last stuff I've been working on.
Yeah, what was it last week? Like Monday or Tuesday? Like there was a decent amount of people on, wasn't there?
Mhm.
That's what
Yeah,
I
we've
thought.
been getting little groups of them out at a time that are pretty what's up.
Yeah, I think it was like
Well,
Tuesday, Wednesday, or whatever. A bunch of people are on.
good.
for the
Yeah.
GTA.
Yeah, I talked to a bunch of people about it at the camp trip too, because at one point we had like 26 people cruising down the river at a time. It was amazing. I got some dope pictures.
That's awesome.
Eagles, cheetah in the wilderness, all kinds of stuff. I didn't even know cheetahs were in the. Yeah.
Ah,
You know, cheaters are in this side of the country, but
Oh yeah, they're there. They're there. One was eating a bag of chips. I couldn't believe it.
nice. Was it eating some Cheetos? Can you confirm?
Surprisingly, no. He was eating Wegmans branded barbecue kettle
Oh.
chips.
ah.
nice.
See,
Nice.
that's a
Okay.
good choice. Good choice.
Right, let me try a couple. It was pretty good, and then made a
Oh, I fucking
sound
love
that
it.
I just was like, I'm done. You can have the rest of them. I don't want them. They're all yours, bro. For scurrying away.
Speaking of camping, there was a black bear in the middle area. It's like you guys are in the wilderness. It's changing.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
A
it was
black
on,
bear was?
yeah, it was on
Yep.
25th Street, like
It's like right next to Mark's and Hayes' house.
like in the middle of the city.
Black bears are no joke.
That's wild.
Well, what
Yeah,
was it?
some-
What was it-
You know what? You're absolutely correct. That is wild.
Dum
Yeah.
dum.
Wasn't it like was it last year or like 2 years ago that there was that black bear over at like right by work in that little
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there was.
Valley.
Yeah. Well, that
Yeah.
was last year. The Mike
Yeah.
saw it.
Yeah, someone took a picture of it.
Really?
Remember that?
there was a deer hanging out there yesterday. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dang.
He was
Those
just
are
laying down
cool.
chilling. Probably got hit by a car later, but you know,
Oh, I hope
be what
not.
it do, it do what it be.
Well, that area by Best Buy has way more woods. Like you go across the street, you have the whole wilderness behind Tinseltown and shit compared to fucking 25th
Or-
Street.
Yeah. Or even like right behind it on what is that, Hershey?
Yeah.
Not Hershey. Yeah.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
that, all that open area going
Yeah.
towards Edinburgh.
You got all that.
Yes, so I can see a black bear being up there, but not in the fucking middle of downtown Erie. Do you know
Yeah.
how much, like that person who found it in their backyard probably shit their pants when they opened
Yeah.
the door?
Yeah.
Apparently, it was climbed up into a tree. So like,
Really?
I'm curious how they found it. It was like, wow, walked outside, was out smoking a cigarette, like mowing their grass or some shit. They look up and they see a massive ass fucking bear. Like, I would shit
Not
myself.
today. Walked
Go
away.
Real assassination.
It's like, this mask isn't gonna help me here. Get the fuck out.
Dude, that would be some shit. Just fucking casually walking, some college kid. I just graduated, yeah. Fucking look up. Ah! Fucking run. Don't do that. If you ever going against a bear, you don't run. Stand
Yeah,
your
you
ground
run
and
at 'em.
yell.
You run at him.
Yell. as
Don't.
fuck
We
fast.
have we are not professionals, however. You
No.
do all of that at your own risk. Hopefully, you never have to put yourself in that situation where you need to attempt that.
Exactly.
That's what I would do. I would.
Wait, I thought you were supposed to play dead with bears.
That's if they're attacking you. But if
Yeah.
they're just like, "What up, dude?" If you make yourself
they're-
look threatening, like if they're like, "Dude, bro," like pretend you just took a
Probably
bunch
one
of
of
like bath salts, a bunch of them,
Or just take a bunch of bath salts.
That works too.
and then
What
just
could go
wrestle
wrong?
it. You
Yeah,
just
no,
wrestle
you're
the
s-
bear.
Like if
Smoke
it's
a little
running
fentanyl.
towards you, you're supposed to run towards it, and like "Ah!" and like scream at the top of your lungs. You're
Now,
supposed to run away.
so more like
Make yourself
Highlander and
big.
less like
Yeah.
like Baywatch.
My
Yeah.
grandfather
So,
has a camp up in the Warren area, so almost the kind of area that you were in, the Kane Warren area, Kenzu, and like 10 minutes after being there, our shit wasn't even unpacked. Just a huge ass black bear walking up the road.
Damn.
No joke.
Everyone's like, "I get inside, get inside." My mom was freaking out.
That's enough of this.
And then natives that are there are just like, oh, okay.
Damn it,
Then,
another
then
bear.
you look at Russia. You look at Russia and you just see videos of just people just going up to bears and being like,
Yeah, they don't
"Fuck."
have dogs. They have bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just like sit down. They're sitting at a bench. A bear walks up to them. Dude starts feeding him an apple, and the
A
bear's
house.
being super gentle about grabbing the apple.
The
And then
house
it-
cat is a liger.
Went into the woods like across from the camp, and I kept trying to get my family to go on hikes in that area, but no one would. Damn.
Yeah, because there's a fucking bear there.
Perfect
A
campsite
bear
over
was
here,
sighted.
honey.
Like, hey, I just want to take a stroll. But, like, well, there's plenty more paths, but I think this path will be best. What the fuck's going on with our stream?
Yeah, what's happening?
Going all crazy.
It's our
James
power
left and
control.
came back.
It's just
Yeah, you
super
left.
high.
No,
came
no, that
back.
was just my shit was acting weird. I
I
just
gotcha.
yeah, I just turned off my camera, turned it back on.
Okay. Anything else, Roads? No?
No,
Jake, how about
not
you, man?
really.
Nothing really. I bought myself a new toy, but I'll talk about that in a second. Played some For Honor with James up here.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
been fun. That honestly, we did really fucking well.
We
For
did
just
for a
hopping
guy
back into that game.
who hasn't played it since before launch.
Right.
I think I
like-
did pretty well.
No, yeah, we annihilated pretty hard. Like we only lost like 3 out of our like 8 games we had played, I want to say. And when it was 2v2, we lost the Dominion pretty hard because
Oh yeah, that was
let's be
rough.
honest, I think we weren't great, but our team was worse than us. The ones we had won, we all did really well. But other than that, I played Siege. I'm like 60, 70% through my new game plus Code Vein. So I've almost finished with that. Finally got through the fucking Cathedral. The Cathedral is my least favorite map about that. That's my least favorite thing about that game. I hate that map. Other than that, the thing I was talking to you guys earlier. Does anyone? Fuck.
Jesus
Exactly.
Christ.
You are a mess right now.
I
Bring
mean,
it
our glitch
together,
fucking
man.
It's
wreck.
pretty fast. Like I
You
mean, I'm
are
not.
a fucking
fine,
wreck.
but-
You know, there's
Welcome
no
to
laws
Level
when you're
Unlocked
drinking
podcast.
claws, but there's laws during the
Oh,
Oh, you got a
podcast.
Pixel 3A,
I did.
3XLA?
They are on a retardedly.
Yeah,
good sale.
they're on a really good sale.
The sale these guys are on. Like, if anyone's looking for a phone, I know that Schroeder just got one, but like Mark, if you're looking for a phone and you don't want to spend money, this is on a dumb good sale. And
Very
I was
nice.
like,
How
you know what?
much?
I think they're 270,
Ooh,
Is that for the 64 or 120? That's probably a 64, right?
64.
Okay.
still more than what I
Realistically,
have. I have a Pixel
I-
2.
Yeah, my stuff's mainly clouds. I don't care. Yeah. No, I've been playing with this, and I decided to get this purely due to the fact that me and one of my coworkers, everyone here knows who Dom is, but we've always been talking about this because every now and then I'll be like, "Well, I'm thinking about going to Android." He's like, "Nah, get the fuck out of here. You're not actually gonna do it," and he's right. My daily driver is still gonna be my iPhone, just because I like iPhone. However, I really, really wanted something I could fuck with and like play with and that is malleable. That's the wording I'm looking for.
I know, that
um,
seems pretty sturdy to me.
Something I can kind of make my own. and I don't want to jailbreak these guys because I want this to be what it's supposed to be. And this guy, I'm gonna fully take advantage of. And Trevor told me how I can do like a bunch of different things with it because like he's a person that like knows a lot and he's done a lot of like rooting and shit. Like he knows all that stuff. But how the other thing I was really looking into is I'm going to start learning how to do like apps and shit. I want to start like trying to figure out how to like do developing. And I was playing with a lot of the features today, and I was learning how to like kind of see how all the boxes fit into each other. And I don't remember what the actual thing was called, but like it pulled up all the lines that are actually in your phone and how everything kind of fits with itself. It's so interesting. And then I used
that developer mode's pretty neat.
it's a lot. there's a lot in there that I wasn't prepared for. But I want to start messing with apps.
You want to induce epileptic shock. Turn on the feature where the screen flashes every time the screen
I think
updates.
it shows screen updates, if I remember correctly. That's
yeah, it just flashes. It's like a strobe light.
Jesus. So yeah, like I was looking into that, and then like I was playing around and I found like how to see what the stuff's gonna look like if you have a notch or a tall notch or a hole punch. Like that's so neat. Like this probably really is an interesting content, but like, I think it's so cool. And that's the one reason I've been consistently saying, like, I want an Android. I need to get an Android to play with. And another thing is Schroeder's idea had popped into my head. I probably spent a little bit more than I had to for this, but like that's only a small feature. I'm going to use this to entirely run, like when I start streaming again, this is going to be everything. This is going to run all that little shit. Because I need to ask you how you're doing all that and what the app is and all that stuff. But we're going to do that later because I need to learn that shit. But yeah, I've been playing
Streamlabs controller, right?
There's that.
Streamlabs controller.
I need to learn that emotes thing that he was talking about. How like the Stream Deck kind of thing.
Oh, you'll be just download the Streamlabs controller. You'll look at it and be like,
this is the same.
This is the same thing. You'll figure it out. I promise you. I don't need to just do it, and you'll be like, oh, this is silly. This is really.
See, I downloaded that on here, but I don't know. Maybe it's like easier on Android. I don't know. Other than that,
oh no, it's super easy.
Learning how to like make apps and stuff, because apparently I had learned that Androids and iPhones are all based on some kind of Linux, or iPhones are more or less usually Unix, and that Androids are like all like Java based from what I had heard. And apparently it's not that hard. It's a good starting point to start learning how to do all that good stuff. Mark probably knows way more about that shit than I'm probably saying things wrong. I don't know. But no, like I want to learn how to build apps, and that's one of the main reasons I had gotten this. Is I think it's a good place for me to kind of putz around. For lack of a better word. Yeah.
Been hanging out with me too long.
Fucking. Other than that, man, I have not been doing a lot. As I said, For Honor's been a lot of fun. Even though we played one night, like we did a lot. We played a lot of matches that night. It was a really good time. Yeah, I heavily recommend. Like it's $3. I recommend you guys get it. What the fuck are you doing, Walker?
Taking selfies.
We can't hear you, but you're fucking wilding over there.
He's goddamn crying.
Yeah.
Basically.
Don't mind me.
All right. Anyhow.
No, because you're distracting the class.
Sorry. I'm trying to find something.
Like I keep trying to talk, and like out of the corner of my eye, I see this man like popping his eyes out of his head. Like, oh my. All right. Anyhow. Yeah, I've just been kind of hanging out. I bought a new chair that should be here between this coming week and August, because I bought a pricey chair. Here's the reason I had bought a pricey chair. I wasn't going to.
You bought one of those Omegas?
I bought a Titan XL, but I'll get to how I got there. I was gonna get an Omega, then I'm like, well, there's the Titan. Then I looked at the Titan, I'm like, well, there's the XL, and I'm like, fuck. But I'll tell you how I got to this logic. Is I had bought a chair. I'd bought a chair from work. It was an Arazi chair. I was so far past displeased and there were so many things wrong with it. I was missing a screw. I couldn't finish putting it together properly. I sat on it. It tilted to the left. I felt like I was going to fall out of the chair. There were just a slew of problems. And it felt like I was sitting on cardboard. It was terrible. It was a bad time. So, I spent X amount there. It was low. It was a cheap chair. Can you stop setting off fireworks?
Oh no, I hear it
It's
too.
Memorial Day.
No, it's
It's
not
not
Memorial
yet.
Day yet.
I got 2.5. I got an hour and a half. But anyway, yeah, I went to the low end of chairs, and I'm like, all right, I should be fine. Like, all the chairs are pretty much the same. Boy, was I wrong.
I mean, I don't think that's the low end of chairs. I mean, you could have used like, I don't know, one of those shitty plastic ones for like
I went to the low
outdoor
end
use.
of racer chairs.
There we go.
And as I had previously stated, boy, was I wrong. So I'm looking. I spent about 3 hours researching, and I'd say about almost 4 hours because I put it together, took it apart, got really mad, sat on my floor. I talked to my girlfriend a little bit because I got really mad, so I needed something to, like, get my mind off of it. And then I watched Failure to Launch, which I mind you, if you haven't seen that movie, great movie. Failure to Launch is fantastic. It's McConaughey, Bradley Cooper, and Doug from The Hangover. I never remember his name, but he's great too.
Zach
That's a good movie.
Galifianakis.
No, I just said Doug.
Oh,
Not Al.
whatever. Close enough.
They are two abstractly different characters. Anyway, but yeah, that was a great movie. So I finished watching that, looked at my phone, started looking at chairs. I said, why am I looking at this on my phone? I got on the computer. I used both of my monitors. I looked at videos on my main monitor, scrolled through a bunch of pages on this monitor, and I just searched for like a couple hours. And then I landed on Secret Labs because I was going to get a Noble chair. I was like, Noble seems really dope. I like them. They're from the UK. They're super cool looking. They have like this really dope diamond stitching. And then I watched a video, and I'm like, that seems a little short. I want something tall. I want something that's like I sit in and I'm in a fucking throne type shit. All right. So, and then after watching a couple of videos, talking to a couple people who own Secret Labs, I decided, all right, I'm gonna get a Secret Labs chair. Because if I'm gonna get a chair, I don't want to have to get a new one in 2 or 3 years. I want this bitch to last me 5, 6, 7 years if possible.
You want to
Secret
die
Labs-
in this chair.
I want to die in this fucking chair. I'm not getting any taller. Theoretically speaking, because technically I could just spurt before 25, but that's unlikely.
It won't happen.
This-
Trust me.
It's still technically a genetic
Mm-mm.
possibility. My
Nah,
father
man.
had grown at 23. My father had grown another 3 inches.
I
my
wish.
my father's a tall man.
And an extra nipple.
I hope that doesn't. I don't need the Triforce on my chest, but what had happened is nice. Good.
She's so cute.
She just got Whitney. I guess she's a cool character in a game on Animal Crossing. Anyhow, I'm glad you're excited. Anyway, what had happened was I sat there, I watched a couple of videos, I looked at the Titan versus the Titan XL, and I'm like, I could just get the Titan. I should be fine. And then my buddy is like, I have the Titan. My head fits on there just perfectly. I'm like, I don't want that. I want room for error. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna spend the extra $30. I'm gonna get the XL because at this point, what's an extra $30? The Titan itself is pricey. The XL is $30 more. I don't really want to get into the pricing in the World Wide Web because I don't want to sound like that guy. So I'm just not going to talk about it. If you want to check it out and you want to see what it costs, go look at it.
Hashtag humble flex.
I try, Mike. You know, but it's not a cheap date. So I sit there, I contemplate for about an hour and a half, looking at just this chair, going through tons of videos, and it turns out to be the chair I want. So now, yeah. Oh yeah. No, I don't think I could ever fathom spending the price of my computer setup on a chair. Wait, what? Okay,
They're
yeah.
really expensive.
Yeah.
They're really nice.
Yeah. There was someone I was watching that someone had it's this British dude who's actually reviewing the lower model, the Titan of what I was getting, and someone recommended get a Herman Miller chair. It's the greatest posture chair, and he's like, why the fuck would I ever pay $1,300 for a fucking chair? He used quite a few other choice words in there, but he was not happy about it that someone told him to get this expensive chair. So just because the question's out there, it was plus 400. So it's not that
I know
bad,
the
but
price.
like, huh? Yeah, he knows the price.
I know the price of it.
Yeah, I got the cookies and cream edition of the Titan XL, and it looks like a beautiful chair. I'm very excited. My biggest thing, the reason I took so long, and I've been droning on about a chair for a while, so sorry if this isn't entertaining for anybody, but it's part of my week, so I'm talking about it. My biggest thing for the chair was in this one, my neck hurts a lot, and I have to sit up and hunch over like this. I need something that can keep me straight, and if I want to lean back, I can lean and not have my head go on this fucking angle because it hurts. So I need something that like takes my head and I can just lean back and it's right there for me. So the XL, our buddy Trevor, everyone here knows Trevor. He has the Titan and it fits him just perfectly. And he's about 2.5 inches shorter than I am. And this, the chair that I'm getting, and not this, I don't know if I'm pointing at this, but it fits up to 6'10", I believe. Almost perfectly 6'10". It's a little bit lower on the 6'10" area, but where I'm going to be sitting, this is going to go to probably about here on me, and that's exactly where I had wanted it. Because I want to be able to fucking crank my shit back while I'm trying to watch some movies or something on here. Because I actually don't use my TV all that much, surprisingly enough, which is why I'm kind of looking at getting rid of my TV and getting a slightly smaller one, because I don't need that taking up all that space. But anyhow, I want to be able to just listen and relax in this chair.
Just don't break it and Spartan kick the top off of it because you're pissed that it broke, like I did.
I don't think I could ever fathomably do that to something that costs me this much. And I mind you, I'm not a very wealthy man, so I only
And my
got this
wife wasn't
chair
happy.
because I only got this chair because Secret Labs has a firm, which is kind of like credit, but it's way less intrusive. It's just pay as you go, which is pretty dope.
That works.
So like I'm able to do this for over the course of 6 months and pay a little bit over time. Because I don't think I could ever rationally drop X amount on a chair right then and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I do
chair
this
you
week. I
can't
spent a
even
lot of
sit
time
in.
looking at. Yeah, something
Yeah.
I can't sit in yet for at least
Who
this
knows
next
how
fucking
long.
week or August. Because apparently what me and Trevor had landed on is it's not really in pre-order, but the fact that they're doing it in waves, the assumption is they probably had to stop like production. So let's get these out, cut it, then let's have another wave. As soon as that wave's finished, we'll make them and then send them out, kind of thing. Because obviously Dave had to happen. But yeah, that's my week. Someone else go. I droned on for a while.
No, you're good. Yeah, my wife wasn't happy. She's like, you know how much I spent on that chair? Like, well, it's not my fault it fucking broke. What else was I supposed to do with it? And she's like, fix it. No, I
You
Spartan
broke it
kicked that
more.
bitch. I straight Spartan kicked that bitch the backward off it. I stood up. Fuck you, chair. Boom. Fucking
Fuck
kicked the
you,
whole.
chair.
I was
You
not
showed
happy.
it.
I wasn't happy.
Eat dick, chair.
That'll show.
Yeah, that'll show.
I'm the
How
king.
fucking dare you break?
Fuck that.
I'll go really quick if that's cool. I don't got much.
Yeah.
Bitch.
What canceled on you this week?
Actually, surprisingly, nothing. We did today rebook Hawaii, so that's good. So that's
Nice.
back in motion. Still waiting on to be able to reschedule Havasu Falls. They're doing 1 day at a time. And mine's not until the 23rd, but they're only rescheduling 9 days beforehand. It's like people come from all over the country to go to these falls. Yeah, they're only doing 9 days in advance. Like how pissed
That's
are
damn.
people? Like there's people that talked about how they're coming from Maine. It's like
Jeez.
how
That's really fucked.
like how mad would you be? Like, hey, yeah, I'm coming from Maine. I got 9 days to try to figure out if I'm going to this place or not. That's unreal. So Hawaii's back in motion.
Nice.
So that's always a plus. Mr. Jeffrey Ryan, our Patreon, he messaged our Facebook account. So he was up in Michigan. He's on a peninsula, and he saw a bridge, and he stopped and took a picture. And this is on the bridge.
What?
Says Captain
That's
Geach.
cool.
He was like, "You didn't happen to be in Michigan, were you?"
Dope, dude.
I was like, "No, why?" And I saw it. I was like, "That's fucking awesome." He's on the chat right now. You too, man. By the way, if you're not on anymore, have a good Memorial Day. Thank you for being a part of this,
Yeah.
part of the stream, part of the podcast, man. The inaugural Patreon. So thank you very much. If you're still here, man. And other than that, me and Mark played a decent amount of Apex Legends. We got second like 5 times so far, so we're getting there. But yeah, sometimes. Yep. If anybody wants to join, be the third. Oh, and he said he's cool with the Patreon names, whatever whatever you want. He says he'll keep pondering though if he thinks of one. The lock pickers and everything. I just saw it. I just read his comment. So, he also said that next time we play Sea of Thieves to message him. So he's down to play.
We also
Good
did
shit.
play that this week.
Yeah, we did. Oh my god, dude, that was such
Yeah, we're
Such a
You
glad,
guys
fucking-
didn't tell me.
glad that nobody joined us.
yeah, no, it was a fucking shit show. It
It was brutal.
fucking bad. It was remember when we played, James, and we lost all of our shit?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that happened to me and Mark like
Yeah, and I
4
wanted
times.
to punch my fucking TV.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like every time
Exact-
we got to a new ship, we would just run into somebody, and then we would get
Oh.
PvP'd like immediately, and then our ship would just sink, and it was like, okay,
Oof.
this was fun. I think we're done here.
Yeah, we fucking
think-
fought like 2-3 ghost ships, got all the loot from it, and then someone came up and fucking just annihilated our ship, sunk it.
I
Just
think
sitting
they
there.
should. I think they should add like PVE server where it's all you do is just fight. Kind of like with
Skeletons and
MMOs
shit.
where you fight that like there's other people running around, but like you can't unless like you say, "Hey, I want to fight you," and the other person goes, "Yeah, sure, let's fight."
And a
Yeah,
game
that
like
was-
that, I feel like a handshake PvP should kind of be a thing, or at least there should be
Yeah.
separate servers.
Yeah, and we were just casually playing too, and this fucking boat just literally, like out of nowhere, just rolled up on us and just fucking annihilated our ship.
Yeah, we thought
And
it was a
then-
ghost ship for a while, and then they
Ugh.
just kept coming.
Yeah, it was fucking. Yeah, I think our boat, like 3 different instances, it was just like, okay, this is fucking stupid. Like, yeah, I think we're done for the night. I'm just like, yep. So yeah, that was rough. That was probably the worst time that we've had. Because usually me and Mark, when like we've had some fucking really good loot nights. Same with me and you, James. Yeah, that was probably the shittiest out of all of them.
Mhm.
But
Definitely.
that's played more Final Fantasy. Didn't stream it though. I just sat downstairs on Friday and played it.
Okay, so where are you in it?
I just fell through the sky into the church.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
I've only played it. This is only the 4th time I played it, if that. Yeah, I'm fucking
I
behind.
think you've watched my stream longer than you've actually played the game.
Yeah, I really have, and I don't know why.
The game
But-
that you've been super hyped for.
Yeah, and I'm
For
really disappointed
years.
in myself. I really am. I'm really disappointed in my life for not doing that. But I love the
Yeah.
game. What'd you say, Shreds?
Says you got it, man. You just gotta be like Nike and just do it.
I know, right? I need to. I was gonna play it last night, but then we got sucked into Apex, and then me trying to fucking play other games. Didn't end up pondering out, so I'm just like, fuck, I'm gonna watch Big Bang Theory. Oh, I've been watching that.
I'm sorry.
Why I picked that show, I have no idea. But that's pretty much my
Bazooka.
week. Nothing too special. Work tomorrow, and hopefully it's slow as shit because no one realizes we're open. So, knock on wood. Mark, how about you, man?
My week hasn't been too crazy. Just working a bunch. Played some Animal Crossing. Was able to box in one of my villagers that pissed me off, so they
Nice.
don't have to talk to me.
Which
Um,
villager?
Her name is like Hip Crux or something.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I don't know. She's a bitch, so she got fenced into her house, and I hope she leaves soon. But we'll see
Why
when
don't
that
you-
happens.
You could just tell Isabel that you don't like her.
Yeah, it just resets them. It doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah,
Never
like
mind
it just resets their personality traits or whatever. So they'll still be there. You just kind of have to ignore them, and they'll eventually leave.
What are
Supposedly.
those?
He's
things
gotten such a bad taste in his mouth over this fucking bitch that he doesn't even want her on the island. We can reprogram her, but no.
Nah,
He's
memories
gonna
are
throw right
still
back
there.
over Trump's wall.
I'd rather have the land, you know? Like, we need a new villager instead of this hippo cow.
You gonna spend $1,000 to get Raymond?
No.
You gonna buy Raymond off of eBay?
I remember reading about that.
Yeah. And now
What were those
everyone hates
things
him.
that you can buy on Sunday mornings?
Turnips?
Turnips. Oh yeah. My
Oh.
wife wanted me to yell at you. He was like, "Where the fuck is James at? Why can't I buy any turnips?" It was like an hour ago. It's like he told you have to do it in the morning. And he was
Yeah.
like, "Well, what the fuck, James?" I was like,
5 a.m. to noon. Yo, I bought my turnips about 300. I think it was like 341,000 bells
Jesus.
worth.
You guys are exploiting the system somehow, aren't you?
No, man, not exploiting. I'm not exploiting the system. I'm playing the stock market.
It's a feature in the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, she
Yo,
was like,
all
"What
I'm
the fuck,
saying
James?"
is, if they didn't want me to exploit it, they shouldn't have put it in.
Exactly.
It's just like the fruit smuggling.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
like
true.
the fruit smuggling.
Sorry,
Yes.
Ryan, I couldn't cut you off.
Good night.
Been playing a shit ton of Animal Crossing because that takes up time. I also picked
Mark,
up a hand.
Did you get all the stamps?
I haven't.
the-
I haven't done that at all.
Oh, all you do is just go into each exhibit, and well, other than the art museum part, and then there's like 3 stamps, and you get some stuff.
Gotcha.
It's easy. It took me like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I just haven't really had the time to do it, to be honest. I've been doing that. I picked up a few different games to also, you know, play in this time that we're stuck inside. I played a game called I Hate Running Backwards, where it's a hell shooter that is kind of
Oh.
serious Sam based.
Oh.
There's enemies and bosses and all that sort of shit, and you gotta kill them before they kill you, and you're stuck running backwards the entire time.
Just like real life.
Yeah, I got it on Steam on sale. I think it was like $1 or $2, and it's pretty good for, you know, picking up and playing for 15, 20 minutes or however long. I also picked up Deep Rock Galactic and played that for a few hours. It's definitely not bad. I want to get back into it.
Looked really
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
it looks like a phenomenal game. Like I've played it, and it's definitely fun the little bit that I've played, but I feel like there's a lot more that I still have to explore. So like there's a lot of like, how do I put it? Pretty much all that I've done is just like gone into a mission, and it's like, all right, find this resource, and you go through a randomly generated cave system, and you find whatever resource you're trying to get, and then you're getting attacked by like, I don't even really know what they are. They're kind of like spiders. They're like the things from Starship Troopers, like those kind of things. The
Oh, yeah.
fucking crawly ass dudes,
Yeah.
or the guys with big feet that just fucking go everywhere. You know what I'm talking about. Or the big bugs. They kind of look like that. But it has a really cool balance between action and mining and like exploration. It's really entertaining, at least in that aspect. But I just have to play it a bit more to get more of a solid review behind it. I'm playing some Rocket League, and then I also played a game called Warface today, which was
Oh, I saw you were playing that.
That is how is that?
What do you think of Warface?
Yeah.
it would be great if we had a group of us playing it.
Okay.
My biggest issue is that you can't go through like the single player or campaign or anything like that by yourself. You have to have a group of people to play with. So
Okay.
you automatically get match made with other people, and I haven't had any problems finding matches. But there are people that are really good at this game that just rip through it. So
I had tried that on PlayStation because it was there.
Yeah, same.
It's on like everything, and it looks like it'd be a lot of fun. But I had the same issue as like no issue finding matches, but like either people were just absurdly good, or the multiplayer I just got dunked on every time.
the gunplay looked or plays really nice. The gameplay was really fun. It was just the players getting or me getting dunked on pretty much all the time, but I was able to keep up for the most part. I got into like second or third pretty much every time I played, so I was happy at least.
Oh yeah.
I feel as a group it would definitely be something fun to play. Like
Oh yeah. It's
we
free,
could get
isn't it?
a yeah, it's free, and then we can get private matches for ourselves, no problem.
Yeah.
So we'll have to take a look into it. It's made by Crytek, and whatever company took it over after that, I don't exactly remember, but would recommend taking a look into it if you're into tactical first-person shooters.
Hell yeah. And we'll
I'll
probably be down for
I'll probably
something like
download it after this.
that. Yeah, me too. It's not that big, is it?
I think it was 26 gigs on PC.
It's not bad.
not bad.
For a shooter nowadays. That's not bad at all.
Yeah, and you
was
got
it
like
they were
Spec
saying they
Ops. You have like Spec Ops, but shit ton of multiplayer matches, a battle royale. There's a lot of content in there for being free.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my week. It's more than I ever talk.
Word.
Thank
That's
you,
good.
sir.
Last but not least, nobody's else left. Okay, let's move on.
All right, let's move on to the news.
I'm just kidding. I love you, James. What's up, man? What's new? How you feeling? How's your wife and kids?
Wife and kids still don't exist.
Good.
I bought a weed whacker today, so that was cool.
Oh. Neat.
Oh.
Adulting.
Yeah, gonna do some weed whacking one of these days. I bought some mulch.
Oh,
Gonna be gardening here. Planting some plants. Fuck Epic Games with a burning passion
Why is
for
that?
making Civilization 6 free. The addiction is back. The civilization bug is back in me. I think
Have
I
you
need to go
played
to
it?
rehab. Yeah, I played it. I played a healthy amount of it today and last night, and it's good. I like it a lot. Streamed Final Fantasy today, Final Fantasy 7.
You gotta be almost done with that game.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty damn close. So, here's a little story. So I'm getting closer to the end, and a few of my friends who have already beaten the game are constantly asking me, "Hey man, where you at? Where you at in it?" One friend of mine, Ramon, as you guys may know,
Patron.
was like, "Hey, where are you at?" I'm like, "Oh, I just entered the Shinra building." All right. And then he takes a long sigh. "Let me tell you about Sephiroth." And I go, "Okay." And he goes on to explain to me why the last two bosses of the game are bullshit, and they are the toughest fights in the game, which is understandable. And I'm like, "Okay, can you give me a few tips?"
Don't die.
I'll text you some tips when I get done with work. Okay. I then get later on in that evening, I get what I would presume a novella size text message of strategies and layouts and
Thorough.
what you need to do and how you beat these bosses.
That's why he had to wait until after work.
Yeah. This dude probably spent a solid 15 to 20 minutes texting me this. Just typing up the text message.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
And I look at it, and my only response was, fuck.
Fucking what?
I've just been put K. Like, what the fuck?
Okay.
K.
Nice.
I literally just
K.
sent you 15 paragraphs and I get a K.
Nice.
So
I can honestly see myself doing that. But
he's making
Wow.
fun of me because Cloud's my healer.
what?
He's making fun of that. I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, I'd make fun of you for that
I've,
too.
I've already made that I'm sticking with it. Cloud is the healer,
Stick to
and
your
he's gonna be the
guns.
healer until I get Aerith back.
It's like Barrett's the short range guy. Like, that's where you.
Hey man, you can get some of the weapons you get. One of them is the wrecking ball, and it's a melee weapon.
Hmm.
There are 2 weapons in that he gets that are just melee weapons, and I go, nope, get that out of
Nope.
here. That's not Barrett.
You know, Barrett has way higher magic than Cloud, right?
Well, not now,
just-
not right now. My
Oh,
Cloud's spec to be magic. Get the fuck out of here. He's
Not
my
my
Cloud. I can
Cloud.
make hashtag not my Cloud.
I like it. Okay. Unique.
You're gonna be DPS. Go do something else.
Fucking hilarious.
Barrett, you're melee. Tifa, look hot in the corner. Dodge tank. Just be the tank. There you go. Tifa's the tank. It's still really good. Yeah, I spent this entire stream. I did fuck all. This stream, I spent like an hour and a half, hour 40, just doing training missions in it, just grinding out some side quest stuff, and it was great. It was fantastic. I love that game to death.
Glad you're enjoying it.
I think I played RE3 this week. I can't remember. I might have played RE3 this week.
So I know your
Are you-
stream said you might.
Yeah, that was today. That's what
Okay.
it said the past few days. One day I actually played RE3, Meg. One of these days, I think it was sometime this week I played it. That's still really good. It had this weird part in it where I'm inside of the Spencer Memorial Hospital, and what you had to do is you had to go and get an antidote because Jill is infected. You're playing as Carlos, and you have to run back to Jill, just stab the antivirus inside of her,
Oh.
and she's like, "Hey, I'm better." Well, as you stab it in her, the antivirus, hey, your buddy comes in. He's like, "Oh no, we got zombies everywhere. Oh no, I gotta defend this area." Well, my buddy Tyrell types on the computer and hacks the mainframe so he could close shutters to the window, and it turned into like a tower defense. You're stuck in the lobby of the hospital as waves and waves of zombies just start pouring in. And I just look, I'm like, this is weird. This wasn't in the original. This isn't in Resident Evil. It is. It brought me some good vibes from like Resident Evil 4, the cabin scene with Lewis and Leon, but it was fun. Hunters suck. Hunters are bitches. I fucking hate them. They're assholes, and I'm not a fan. They just one-shot you. There are times where they could just claw your head right off. They're the weird, like, green frog-looking things. They're not fun. They're 0 out of 10. Don't like them. They can go heck right off. Played For Honor with Nate.
Oh yeah.
Talk about Crucible.
Game's great. Oh shit!
We did play Crucible. That's right.
I just thought about that.
So
Yeah.
So I checked out this little game, and Nate did too, and Walker, you did for like half a second. we checked out this game, a little game called Crucible. Now, we've covered this game on the podcast a few times. It's the game from Amazon Game Studios. It was originally going to be like a MOBA, or not a MOBA. It was originally going to be a battle royale, then they changed it to a hero shooter. And I don't think it's a hero shooter, like, at all. This is a fucking MOBA through and through. This is a Smite clone, except with shooty guns.
I'd say it has a bit more freedom to move around than Smite.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, it does, but it is.
It's like a heavy third-person MOBA.
Yeah, think of Overwatch cross Smite, and that's what you got. It's good. I enjoy it. As Mark put it, it looks like someone developed it. It looks like a game. There are some things that are fucked up about it, though.
I
Some
remember
things
saying
are
it looked like a
bad.
Unity game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of does. They probably did use Unity. I wouldn't be surprised. There was... Well, one, the matchmaking can be weird at times. There have been times where it's like, oh, I've waited for 5 minutes to get into a game, and it just boots me out because it can't find a game and takes me back to the title screen. That's pretty neat and not infuriating at all. There was this one time when I was streaming it, because I streamed it too. Something happened, someone left, and someone joined the match, and it's a 4v4 game. Not this time, because they decided to put the new player on the other team. So it was a 5v3.
What the hell?
We got spanked. Like, it was a the dunk contest, and we were the hoop. I think I was that Kia
good
that Blake
analogy.
Griffin jumped over once. But no, I really enjoy it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Nate, did you enjoy it?
I had fun for like the match I had played. I do want to play it again. I genuinely enjoyed it. I liked the character I played. I think it's a lot of the things that I have to like figure out how to play better. But it's good. I enjoy it. I think it could definitely use some heavy polishing, but overall, for like a first shot, it's solid.
It feels like a beta. It feels like it's in early access.
does.
Walker, what did you think of it?
I thought it was stupid as shit, but I just got to know how to play it.
Okay.
But no, it was just because I got fucking annihilated. I didn't know how to play it. But if I probably figured it out, I probably would have liked it more.
Do you
and
like
we only
MOBAs though? Is the question.
Yeah, I had no problem with it. We only played that one game, so that was half a game because we ended up quitting because the team was fucking 10 times like.
They're like 5 levels higher than us or something.
Yeah.
stupid.
Leaps and bounds past our capabilities.
So honestly, I can't judge it off of
That's fair.
off of that. Going off of that one match, yeah, I hated it because we just got fucking whooped. But no, like obviously I just need to play it more. We literally played it for, at least I played it for at least, it was like 10 minutes, and then everyone got off. So
Yeah.
like that was literally my experience with the game. But
Yeah.
animations are cool. Reminds me a lot of Overwatch with the animations,
Mhm.
like the cartoony-ishness of it. So I think maybe something Schroeder you would actually like. And same with Mark. It's free for anyone who wants to try it. It's on Steam, so. But definitely try it. It is free, not this Valorant bullshit where you got to stay on someone's stream for 18 hours to get a code.
Yeah, you just go to Steam and download.
Yep. So
I still haven't played that game.
Valorant.
If
Valorant.
you've reset your computer and it's all good to go, I'll play with you.
I reset it every day.
You turn your computer off once a day.
Oh yeah, every time I'm done using it, I
be
shut it
doing
off.
that? Is it a thing? Should that be a thing that people do?
Really bad,
I
man.
mean, you probably should turn it off.
I mean, this thing doesn't really get turned off.
What's up, Mage?
You should at least restart it at times.
Everyone.
Yeah,
I
we're
usually start it when it pisses me off.
Like once or twice
But no,
a week.
That might be why it
Yeah.
pisses you off.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I turn mine off every night, but I
Me
know like
too.
Schroeder. I don't think Schroeder ever turns you. I don't think you ever turn yours off, do you? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Now my laptop on the other hand, that shit never gets turned off.
Yeah,
That's
I do have
always
a
on.
computer that I do have on pretty much all the time.
So
That's fair.
good shit.
Yeah,
Anything
that was
else,
my
James?
week. No?
Word. Well, good stuff. Let's grind to some his news, shall we?
Before we do that, we should do a
tell me.
Patreon shout out.
Yeah, let's do it up,
should.
man. I
Much
don't have all the
thanks.
names.
I have it up right now, bud.
Okay.
Mad shout outs to Jeffrey, Jeff, and Morgan for your Patreon subscription thing. For being patrons. There we go. For being patrons. And being lock pickers.
Yes. Yes. Thank you all very, very, very much for being part of our team. It is much appreciated, much love. And once again, if you do want to join, help us grow, help us thrive in the future, whatever podcast may come forth or whatever we may do or not do into the future. Patreon.com/Level Unlock Podcast. You can help us move on and move forward.
I finally uploaded the preamble from last week today.
Did you?
Like I just did.
Yeah,
Proud
there's
of you.
multiple different tiers that provide different things. Preamble, where we just BS beforehand, and there's a lot of different stuff, stories that we like to write, articles, things along those lines, and maybe possibly a movie night that we don't know how we do, but we'll make it work.
Oh. There was something else in mine and Nate's week.
What'd you guys do?
Oh, we watched JoJo's.
Yeah, we watched JoJo.
That was a movie.
We watched a movie, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure: Diamond is Unbreakable, Chapter 1. It was a thing. End
So-
scene.
Does anyone mind if we talk about this for a quick second or two?
No, go ahead.
We have a
Segue
podcast
into-
for this.
I'll just do a real quick one.
Okay.
Segue into a quick anime corner
Anime
here.
Corner.
Just really fast. If you want to hear like the unfiltered, unbridled conversation about this movie and JoJo's as an entire series, because we're gonna probably do a long haul real soon here. Probably gonna be like a 2-hour podcast. We're gonna have to do just about JoJo's and then break that up into like half hours to whatever. But anyway, the movie overall, I can't say was bad. I think it was well done for the most part, and I think the acting was fine. It's not gonna win any awards. It's not gonna win any praise from me either. However, story beats. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh. If you're a JoJo's fan and you watch, so first of all, don't be a dirty, filthy part skipper. Make sure you're up to part 4 if you're gonna watch this movie. But just be prepared. If you want to hear more about this, check our other one. Check Anime Corner. Last one we had was JoJo's Part 1 and 2.
Nope.
What? Huh?
Because I lost that.
Oh
Remember,
yeah,
we have
it
to redo
died.
it.
That's right. The last one we have was Katsugeki
Was our
Ranbutoven,
first one.
which was
our first one.
terrible. But yeah, keep an eye out on Anime Corner if you're a weeb like us. Yeah, that's all I'll say about that one.
Perdius. Getting to some news. Got some really quick movie news. Start with Netflix. Netflix. Who has a Netflix account that doesn't use it? Anybody?
I use my
Like once a
Define
week.
use.
Yeah.
Like, hasn't been on it in a year.
Oh no, I've used it at least once this year.
Yeah.
Okay. Because starting today, if you have an active Netflix account that hasn't been used in 1 year, Netflix will auto cancel your subscription. Starting today. Yes.
That doesn't make sense though.
That's a good thing.
No, it's a good thing for the consumer, but bad thing for business. Because imagine how much money they make from people who just forget,
realize
like
they have an
me, who
account.
forget to close out their account.
Got a new vape.
One of the bigger reasons is because there's so many people. There is over they're on the brink of 15 million active users within the last 3 months. because of everything going on. So they're basically trying to free up capita in their servers by canceling accounts that haven't been used. So, not that I don't think it really affects them that much. I don't think it would, but so yeah, they're trying to take out of all the inactive accounts that aren't necessary. Because for one, it's awesome
They
on
are
them because
necessary.
people are paying for it and they shouldn't be. So I guess that's also a thank you to them for doing that because obviously they don't have to.
Yeah, no, that's very pro-consumer.
Yeah.
But as a business move, it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. That's free money.
Yeah, it really
That's
is.
free money that they're getting.
Back to the Future Part 3. Today is its 30th anniversary.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey.
I know a lot of people that consider that one their favorite one. That is the third one. If you're not familiar, that is when they go back to 1885, where they're in the old West,
The Wild West.
the Wild West. Yes, turns 30 today, which is pretty cool. So happy birthday. Last couple things that I have. Do you guys remember Catwoman? No, it's not Catwoman. Batwoman, the TV show on CW that I've talked about a couple times, where like
Yeah.
one girl is
Yeah, didn't someone
paralyzed
die
now.
Or yeah, paralyzed.
She's paralyzed. The main star, Ruby Rose, severed her spine. She didn't realize it. So Ruby Rose has left the show completely after one season. She deemed in an interview that it is too dangerous to continue. So she is removing herself from the role, and there will be a new Batwoman for season 2.
So what are they gonna do? Are they just gonna kill off that character and someone else be like, I am Batwoman?
What?
And then there's just
Yeah.
a whole group of people just standing around together go, I am Batwoman. I am
That's
Batwoman.
kind of
I
been
am
fucking
Batwoman.
Stephen Amell and Grant Gustin have both been through crazy ass stunts, but their team, I'm sorry to say it, but their team sounds way more competent than the people they have over on the Batgirl scene
Yep.
on the Batgirl team. It's not that it's dangerous. It's just you don't have people that know what they're doing. And
Yep.
Ruby Rose, great actress, she's awesome, but I don't think she's meant. She is good for this like high intensity era,
Yeah.
high intensity kind of show. Like the girl who plays Supergirl, phenomenal, built for that role. I
Yep.
just don't think Ruby Rose is. I don't think she's made for that. I don't think she's very good at it. I don't know.
Yep.
I've never
Yeah, so
seen
she is.
Batgirl. I never sat down and watched it, but like I know the girl from Supergirl. She's phenomenal. I love her.
I know it's got phenomenal reviews. The show did, but yeah, she's leaving, and then they will be having a new Batwoman cast in season 2. I don't know how
So
they're gonna portray it. That they're just gonna pretend like it didn't happen, or I don't know.
okay, so just to I'll be quick, but to
You're
kind of
fine.
fill in because I don't know if anyone else has knowledge of like comics and whatnot, but like since I have the mass majority of knowledge there from at least what I know, but so
Yeah.
my only imagination because they use Kate Kane in this, which is supposed to be like Bruce's cousin or whatever. That's what they're calling it.
Yeah.
Is they're related. My only imagination is they're either going to either completely kill her off or she's going to get injured or something and she won't be able to do it anymore. And then they'll probably move on to Cassandra Kane, which is her sister who was like removed, or they'll do some Barbara Gordon bullshit when realistically she should be Oracle. But they probably won't. They'll probably do Barbara Gordon as a Batgirl because Oracle pretty much was taken by Felicity Smoke in the Arrow series. Her character, Overwatch, is what they called her instead of Oracle because that was basically the same character. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm really hoping if they do
Do it
Barbara
right.
Gordon, they better do it right. They have to get a young actress, no 30-year-old. It has to be like a 22-year-old person because anyone who's a fan, obviously, the randoms probably outcast the amount of fans who actually watch these shows.
Yeah.
But 22 to like 26 is the max for Barbara Gordon. Like if she's noticeably older, it's not gonna work. That's just my opinion. I'm also a super stickler for accuracy when it comes to these comic book stuff because I don't know if I've ever stated this on the podcast before, but I grew up in a comic book shop. My uncle owned a comic shop. He owned Above and Beyond Comics.
Oh, nice.
in
Oh,
Erie.
really?
Yeah, my uncle Pat
Whoa.
owned that. He had that before he passed away. Then he gave it to the niece, and then the niece let it fall on the ground. But go into that. That's my second part.
My one buddy used to work there.
Yeah, my uncle Pat Keitlinger. That was my uncle.
Nice.
That's
He
awesome.
owned Above and Beyond Comics, and I was around there a lot. I always got these big bins of comics, Spawn #1s. Like I don't know where they're at, but I wish I could find them. There was so much cool shit. But yeah, like I'm just a huge stickler for accuracy, which is why I'm very critical of movies. Like my girlfriend's a big MCU fan; she absolutely loves it, and I always have some bullshit to say. Like when a lot of people are like, "This movie was great," I'm like, "It was great," but I'm just annoying to watch movies with, to be overall honest. But yeah, I think they could pull it off, and they could do a very good Barbara Gordon, as long as the cards are played right, in my opinion. That's pretty much all I got to say. I don't have much else, but I'm
Yeah,
just
no
hoping
worries.
they don't fuck it up and they keep the continuity that was built. Well, they have to completely kill her off, because if they're going to keep any continuity, they have to finish that continuity with the rest of the team. And considering what just happened in Crisis on Infinite Earths, I mean, I guess realistically, they are kind of in a perfect time to get rid of whoever they need to get rid of. Because Stephen Amell just signed off. He did his 8 years, and he wants to be done with it. So he finished up. I haven't watched all of Crisis, but I know what happens, unfortunately. But yeah, sorry, that's my little rant.
No, you're good. Speaking of DC blunders, so we talked about it before. Justice League. So the Justice League
Ooh, yeah.
released a version that we all saw that wasn't the actual version of the movie. So they filmed a version of the movie. Zack Snyder filmed it. He was pretty much 85% done, and then he dropped out of the film due to creative differences between him and DC and a bunch of other politics. His wife got sick. That
Yeah,
played
like
into it.
issues.
So they
calling it
brought
the
another
butthole cut.
director in. Yeah, the butthole cut. So they brought another director in. He was like, we're gonna do it my way. Scrapped pretty much the whole entire version that Zack Snyder filmed and made the version that was released. That disappointed a lot of people.
Yeah.
So Zack Snyder was doing a ride along, as what he called it, of the Man of Steel, where he commentated on the Man of Steel live as it played. So at the end, on Instagram, he brought Superman himself in. Good old Witcher. So he brought him in. He's talking to him, asking questions. He's letting fans ask questions. And so one of the fans was like, "So, because it was rumored that Zack Snyder's version of Justice League still exists, that DC didn't actually scrap it. They put it off to the side, basically in a vault to never be released." So a customer asked, yeah, fucking Best Buy. Um, a fan asked, he's like, okay, so what's the best? Probably the question we're all been waiting to ask you: are we ever gonna see the Snyder cut? So he goes to Mr. Cavill, and it was like, what do you think? And he was like, I think you should release it. And he was like, and then he hits play on his keyboard, and he was like, done. And then a trailer pops up of how it is now going to be released 2021
Hell yeah.
on HBO Max. It is confirmed they will be releasing the Snyder cut of the Justice League, the version of the movie everyone wanted to see, with a different ending, as well as there will be an alternate post-credit scene that is rumored to have effect in the overall DC universe
Good.
world. So that is on HBO Max, which is HBO's new version of HBO Go. Because HBO has like 3 different streaming platforms. They basically took all of them and combined them into one, which is called HBO Max. I don't know what exactly it has, but I know I know whatever was on HBO Go. Then there was HBO Now, and there was something else. But all of them are now together on HBO Max. Probably like
Nice.
$15-20 a month. I don't actually know if it is or not, but it could be. Last things that I have, Spider-Man and Sony are doing another spin-off. Jackpot will be the new hero cast in um, the next Spider-Man spin-off from Sony. Yes.
Hang on. Jackpot.
Yep. Yep.
That's
the
an
works.
obscure ass character, so I don't know how well that's gonna go over for them.
Yeah, that's what the thing says. He's a relatively new character in the pages of the Marvel comics, but she's a girl. Sorry, she is getting her own spinoff. So that will be coming sometime in the near future. That will take place after Carnage. That comes out next year. Last two pieces of movie news: Scream
we giving
5
this-
is being made.
What?
People care about Scream.
I guess.
I-
Yeah. Scream 5. When are we getting? What did you ask, James?
When are we getting the Spider-Man movie where Spider-Man kills Mary Jane by injecting her with his radioactive spider semen?
It never happens. They have a kid named Silk, and she's a badass. Mayday,
Why does that
Mayday
not
Park.
surprise me?
Oh, yeah, on Pornhub.
Doesn't it happen in one of the
It does
parallel?
happen in one of the.
Yeah.
Yep. It does happen.
It's nothing in continuity, so it's not going to exist.
Hey man, they have all
It-
the Spider-Man to work with.
It was
When
in
are
a
we getting
comic
that?
book.
That's what I
It
want to
was a
see.
one-off because a lot of Marvel likes to just allow people to do whatever they want, and they're like, "This belongs in this universe. That's never going to have anything happen to it." But you felt the need to do it, so there's a
Still
really
waiting for that movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Scream 5. David Arquette is returning as Dewey from the original 3.
David Arquette still does stuff.
I guess. Yeah. So
he-
I didn't.
Did he leave retirement just for Scream 5?
He probably has no more money, so I'm assuming so.
Probably. It's probably a big payday.
The last piece of news I have for movie and TV is Jurassic World 3. Despite being considered Jurassic World 3, it is actually the sequel that will start a new era of Jurassic Park movies. So
So it's a
essentially,
reboot?
no, it's this movie will then start another trilogy. So whatever happens in this movie starts the next trilogy, the next adventure. It is unknown if Chris Pratt will be in it. After this one, he's in this one obviously, but it is unknown. Whatever happens in this movie, will make him be in 3 more. So essentially, the dinosaurs and the humans are living together. Is the premise of this movie? Spoiler alerts for those who never seen Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I've never seen it, so I don't know what happens. But
So it's
Yeah,
basically Ark.
yeah, pretty much. Or Jurassic Park 2:
Oh.
The Lost World, where they came to the United States. But essentially, whatever happens in this movie is that the two worlds now are living alongside of each other, and this movie then takes it into the next generation of Jurassic Park movies. So maybe they make the whole world Jurassic Park. Who knows?
Sharks
World
with laser
Jurassic.
beams.
Well, they already used the name Jurassic
Dragons
World,
with-
so they got to figure
That's
something
true.
else out.
Yeah,
Jurassic Universe.
Jurassic
Yes.
Galaxy.
there you go. Send the dinosaurs into space. But that's all I got for movies and TVs. Whoever has some news, get it rolling.
So I just got something that popped up on my Twitter feed real quick. I got a
Okay.
notification about it. So this is from, I don't know the legitimacy of this, of course, because it's all just hearsay. But Twitter user Tidux, I think Tidux, says heard from quite a few people that PlayStation is planning an announcement next week related to PS5, and the event will follow within 7 to 10 days after that. And he
Aw,
also
shit.
says that, oh yeah, the PS5 will not cost $650. My guesstimate, $449 to $499.
No.
$4.99. That's what I'd say.
Well, yeah, I would assume that they might have one with like a, I don't know. Who knows? We'll see.
$550 is my guess.
I don't know about that one.
It seems 4 is too low. They wouldn't make any money. They would make the same profit. they did on Randomness.
$749.95.
7 easy payments of
632.25.
$29.99.
I can't see them releasing this kind of stuff for $400. There's no way.
Yeah.
How much was the PlayStation 3 released for?
600?
Like 650.
Yeah, something like that.
That's what
They
I'm saying.
rectified that pretty fucking
It-
fast.
But didn't it
When they
take like
first-
2 or 3 years though?
It took a while, but they marketed it as the
It
you
marketed
could-
as a Blu-ray player though.
yeah. You can buy a Blu-ray player for the same price. Why not fucking buy a game system too?
Yeah.
So.
But
That was
then
also a
again,
different time.
then again, that those days people still didn't have HD TVs.
It's true.
So
The CEO of Sony said in a Q&A that the PS5 is 100 times faster than the PS4 when you break down all the components.
I bet.
yeah, I read that too. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my sweaty little palms on it and actually put it through the ringer day one.
Me too, dude.
And
So-
they need to have some kind of event. We haven't heard anything
No,
other than the
we've heard
controller.
shit about that system, other than the in-depth specs, which was very interesting, and we
Mhm.
saw the controller.
We haven't seen the
The-
console, seen the
The UE
release, seen the
5
price.
was on PS5. Is that something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Unreal. Well, yeah, we know the Unreal engines,
yeah,
but that's
UE5, that's it.
So
So
but
we
other
saw
than
what
that, though,
gameplay could look like on it, like real-time
that, there's
gameplay
really-
can look on it.
there's really nothing.
No,
We don't have
No,
a
there's-
design. No one knows. No one fucking knows what it even looks like. Everyone knows
are-
what the Xbox looks like. It's a giant fucking
Yeah.
cube.
Computer tower.
Yep.
it's a refrigerator.
Yep.
It's a mini fridge.
Sony's keeping a real tight lip on this, and I'm shocked to see that there haven't been any leaks.
I'm
I
really
am
happy about that though, 'cause
shocked.
it makes me feel like it's gonna be good.
So, or man, people at Sony, they listen to that NDA,
Yeah.
or they know who would break that NDA.
Yeah. It's kind of surprising how many. I mean, realistically, like people get their jobs from leaking in Apple. Like they get paid lots of money to do so. But like it's surprising that Apple has more leaks than Sony does. Like this time around.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm surprised that Sony doesn't have all these leaks compared
Yeah,
to Apple. Us knowing everything about all the new Apple stuff, pretty much in like definitively what it's gonna be 7-8 months before it comes out because it's probably gonna get pushed closer towards January now.
We also had a lot of leaks about the Series X.
Yeah, that's true.
We had a lot of leaks about the Series X before it was announced. They even joked about it at the announcement.
Yeah,
So
I feel like Microsoft does that kind of on purpose though. That's kind of their thing. They push a little bit of info out, then they let people just dig through it and figure it.
yeah, who knows? But I'm excited. Like I
I
said,
am
I can't wait to get my sweaty little palms on it and run it through the ringer. Hey, you remember how last week we talked about the Mafia trilogy being announced?
Yeah, I downloaded Mafia 2 Remastered.
Yeah, I was gonna say, guess what came out? The Mafia trilogy. So the Mafia trilogy is it gets you right now if you were to buy it. Okay, Games Radar, stop what you're doing, stop updating, stop. Thank you. Okay, so you get today if you were to buy it today, you get the definitive edition of Mafia 2 and Mafia 3. And then later on through the year, I think it says, I can't remember when exactly it says, but later on throughout the year, you will get the definitive edition of the original Mafia game, which is a just ground up remaster of it. Just everything's remastered on it. So that's pretty neat. Mafia's pretty good. I played Mafia 2. That game's great. Mafia 3 was alright.
A lot of N-words.
Lot of N-words.
I didn't like 3. I honestly,
that
was
made me
never
uncomfortable.
super
Yeah, I wasn't a
into
huge fan of it either.
Nah. It's completely different than the other Mafia games. It was
Yeah.
Yeah.
completely different. And
thought
it's
two.
well,
Two was
well, Mark,
dope.
wasn't I talking to you about this?
Yeah, I
other
think we
day?
talked about it last week, or
Yeah,
yeah, I think it
where
was last
Mafia
week.
3 had the only thing that it had to deal with the Mafia was that you're fighting the Mafia and you weren't
Yeah.
actually playing as the Mafia. So I don't know what. I still can't believe this is a thing and coming out here in the US. And I still refuse to believe it too. Phantasy Star Online 2 is finally coming here to America, and it's May 27th.
Haven't heard that
see.
name in a while.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's been
Phantasy
a long
Star
time.
Online 2, for those who don't know, is a video game that's been out for fucking forever in Japan. Forever.
Like 20 plus years.
I think it came out on PS3 and PS4. So let's put it.
I
let's put it in
remember-
that perspective.
I remember it being on Dreamcast.
Oh yeah, I played the shit out of it on Dreamcast. That game was great.
What's that?
There's still private servers that you can boot up a Dreamcast right now and have the broadband adapter and get into a server of Phantasy Star Online 1. People still play it. It's great.
Yeah, and that system came out in '98,
That's insane.
98, 99.
A
Man,
long
when
time
did-
ago.
When did Phantasy
That was a
Star?
long time ago, man.
When did Phantasy Star 2 come out in
02?
Japan? It doesn't say. Fuck you. Where is it? It should tell me. Okay, never mind.
Where
It's
is
been
it?
a very long. It's been a very long time.
Holy moly, the original Phantasy Star came out in
2002, 1, 2, I think.
Phantasy Star. Well, maybe Phantasy Star Online or the other ones, but the original Phantasy Star came out in 1987
Oh yeah, it was on the
for the
Sega Mega
Sega.
Drive. Yeah, or not the Mega Drive, the Master System. Yeah.
Yep, the Master System. Man.
Oh yeah,
That's an
that was
old-ass
that was their
game.
Final Fantasy.
Jeez, that's an
Awesome.
old game.
That was their Final Fantasy killer.
That is bananas. I gotta
Yeah,
see
so
some
this game
images
that's
of
only
this.
out in Japan, and Sega said it will never come to the U.S. Never, ever. Hey, you person who got a Hong Kong version of the game so you could play it in English, and you hop over to the Japanese servers, or if you import it from Japan and play on the Japanese servers, you're gonna get permabanned. That game is finally coming to America on the PC and Xbox One.
I can see
I
PC.
wonder. Yeah, I can see it's out on the PC in Japan too, but it's
The Xbox One?
It's not out in Japan in the Xbox One.
The
It's
Xbox
only on
One.
PS4.
It just seems
So,
kind of strange.
I'm wondering how much Microsoft threw at Sega to be like, hey, for a year, give us this game.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's going to have crossplay between PC and Xbox. But I
That'd be
don't
cool.
think it's going to. I don't think you'll be able to play internationally. Like you won't be able to play with people in the Asia markets because it's not saying anything about cross-platform with PS4.
That's funny.
I don't know. I think it's the stupidest thing ever. I think for the most part, third-party exclusivity games shouldn't exist anymore. I think
Yeah.
it's useless. It's stupid. It's dumb. The only thing, and even to, I can see why first-party game exclusive, but I think all in all nowadays, I mean, really everything's so similar. Why not just release everything at once? Or on everything, but oh well. Speaking of releasing things, boy howdy is Take-Two releasing a lot of things.
Like what?
Well, 93 games over the next 5 years.
Yep.
Oh,
Jesus.
So, Take-Two Interactive said in their they discussed their Q4 2020 results. Basically, they said that there are 93 titles, 63 are quote-unquote core experiences, 17 are quote mid-core games, and 12 are quote casual/arcade titles. So I can
Pretty
assume
ambitious
within the
schedule.
I can assume in the next 5 years we're gonna see Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yep.
I
Of
forgot they were owned
course,
by
out of
Take-Two.
those, yeah, of course, out of those 5 years, 5 of them are gonna be NBA 2K, because that's also owned by Take-Two.
Yeah.
Probably maybe another Borderlands within the next 5 years. You gotta think Gearbox is owned by Take-Two.
Yeah, they said in a Q&A that 2 of its biggest franchises have games in the works right now, which I would assume number 1 is Rockstar.
Yeah.
So
One of them's one of them is Grand Theft Auto 6. I can
yeah,
guarantee
100%
that.
is. Yeah, they're not going to tell us any information at
No.
all for some
No.
time.
No, we're not going to learn about it. I would say maybe next year maybe this year. We might see they might pull a Bethesda and be like, "Here's a title screen.
Yeah.
Cheer.
In case you
they're
guys were
gonna-
Elder Scrolls
curious.
6."
All they're going to do is show you GTA 6, GTA V1, and then it's going to go off the screen.
Are
Yeah,
you
that's-
ready?
that's
all.
That's it.
It's going to be the most trending thing in the world. Oh my god! I said GTA and a
Yeah.
V.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said two of their biggest franchises have games in the works. They didn't say which franchises they were.
But
So
I mean, GTA is the biggest franchise right now. So I would assume I'm just gonna assume
You'd
here.
hope.
oh yeah, that's
I'm just gonna assume that Grand Theft Auto is one of Take-Two's most popular franchises.
being that's the best-selling game of the decade. You would expect.
Nah,
that you would
here's
expect
an
that it was.
obscure game we haven't made in like 13 years. It's our
Yeah.
biggest franchise. The fuck?
I can see
Let me tell you.
Borderlands.
Nothing will make me pop more just out of my chair and just stand up in like the biggest like power position stance and just go shit is if it was like a black screen and during like a Take-Two announcement and all of a sudden you hear a school bell ring and you just see Bully 2 show up on screen.
I would shit
flip out.
myself. Oh
I
my god.
Like, I would shit myself so hard I will skyrocket through this roof.
Like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That would be
Yo,
interesting.
Fuck GTA 6. Give me Bully 2. Like, if I could
Yep.
choose between Grand Theft Auto and Bully, I wouldn't even. You would say you could choose either between Bully 2 and I would just be like, get that shit out of here. Give me Bully 2.
A new BioShock or a remastered BioShock?
It could be
Which one do you-
BioShock. I forgot that's fucking
Didn't
them.
they
Yeah.
already
They just
talk about
remastered
something
it.
like that?
Yeah, they talked about.
Like the
coming out with
developers
another
were
one.
saying about making a new one that's going to be completely different or some shit. I don't remember.
So that's on the table too. That's definitely on the table.
Yeah.
A new BioShock, that would be huge. A lot of people would be
Yeah.
super stoked for that.
Mhm. Oh my
So-
god, watch. Oh my god. Imagine the next Grand Theft Auto announcement. The new Grand Theft Auto game coming out is a fucking mobile game. It's just Mafia City, but Grand Theft Auto. Imagine that. My head would explode. I would laugh so hard.
Or another pixel version, like Dark Pixel, where it's like a
Hey man, Chinatown
Minecraft
Wars
version.
was great. Chinatown Wars was fantastic. That's one of my favorite GTAs. It's right underneath Vice City.
Yeah. We'll see.
Oh,
We'll
man.
see what happens. I'm assuming they're gonna have a press conference this summer at the Games Fest or whatever it's called.
Hey, that's That's a damn fine segue, Walker, because we got news from the Summer Games Fest. This is from
Perfect.
their Twitter account. You know that game Valorant?
Yeah.
Hey, June 2nd. June
So-
2nd, it's out of beta.
That's like
Just
soon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Next
like
week.
next week.
Fucking
Just
June's
crazy
coming right
that-
up here, guys.
Yeah.
No.
which is crazy to think June's right here, but and two to think it's coming out of beta when fucking Fortnite's still in beta.
I didn't think Fortnite was in beta anymore.
Yeah,
Fortnite is-
you
I think
Yeah,
on the
you load the
loading screen
screen.
it says open beta or whatever.
yeah when you
Is
load
this
it
a
up, it says
fucking
beta.
joke?
No.
That's how they're able to, play
Wait,
everything
hold on.
off.
Hold on, let me download Fortnite just to look at this.
You can do whatever
Give
the
me
fuck you
one-
want whenever you're in beta
Give me a second.
or early access.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
that's
that
funny.
loads. Well, that
you
loads up.
fact-checking?
I'm going to fact check. God damn it! I clicked to open up. I clicked to open up Epic Game Store. I will fucking download Fortnite just for this like 5 seconds, just to load it up.
Hey, why not? Yeah,
Oh,
that's funny
by the
though.
way, let me just mute this.
I'm assuming then you can just download it willingly and you don't have to wait for a code from somebody
Open volume mixer.
after
Just gonna mute that.
it's all said and done.
Just go onto their website and download it like an actual human being.
Yep. Instead of watching hours upon hours to stream,
Yeah.
just try to get a copy.
Just try to get a copy and don't download it or don't play it,
Exactly.
like me.
I played half a match. It was okay.
All right, let's install Fortnite.
I got a Fortnite thing really quick. As a quick
All right, go for it.
segue from Fortnite, Christopher Nolan's new
I
movie,
don't want to add any
um,
friends, you fuck.
Tenet, just premiered a trailer, the debut trailer on Fortnite,
Yeah,
and
I saw that.
later in the summer, it is confirmed that one of Christopher Nolan's most iconic movies will be streamed in its entirety in Fortnite. So that'll be
Really?
yes,
Oh,
yep.
That's
It is
pretty
not
Yeah, that's
known
interesting.
what movie it will be, but one of his most iconic movies will be streamed in its entirety during Fortnite,
Ooh,
which I don't know how
wonder
it's
if
possible unless you don't
well,
die.
it might be Inception. Well, there's that creative, or not that creative mode, but there's that hangout mode that they added. They
Yeah.
Oh,
added a
yeah,
mode
so-
just for like chilling. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Concerts
true.
and
After
shit.
It's
Travis
probably
Scott's
Inception.
concert. Yeah, I
Yeah.
honestly think would be the only
Grandma,
other ones
yeah.
would be The Dark Knight.
Well, and then there's also fuck, what's that movie?
Prestige.
The one about the magician.
Yeah, Prestige.
Shit. Yeah, Prestige. That was a good movie.
I don't think it would be that though. It wasn't as big as Inception
Oh,
or
hell
The
no.
Dark Knight.
No,
I
definitely
feel like
wasn't.
it would probably be Inception. Just because the DC and everything. So, but yeah. So this summer sometime, Christopher Nolan will be streaming a movie, Dracula and Fortnite. So any guy else from the Gamescom? Not Gamescom, but
No, that's all that they really had
okay.
for that. But hey, summer Games Fest. That means it's summer.
It is.
You know what also that means? That also means Sony Days of Play.
Yes.
So every year, they have the Days of Play, 2 week of some really good discounts on a lot of games and different memberships and stuff. The Days of Play this year is going to be June 3rd through the 17th, and here are the sales that are going on. The fantastic gold wireless headset, probably just the black version, is going to be $69.99, down from its $100 price tag. The platinum wireless headset is going to be $129.99, down from its $160 price set. Neo 2 and MLB The Show 20 is going to be down to $39.99, down from its $60 price tag. Predator Hunting Grounds, Death Stranding, and Dreams all three are going to be $29.99 each. Days
Nice.
Gone, Medieval, and Blood and Truth are going to be $20. Everyone's Golf VR is going to be $15.
Fuck yeah.
Astrobot Rescue Mission and Farpoint are going to be $10. Last of Us Remastered and select PlayStation Hits games are going to be starting at $10. 12-month PlayStation Plus membership is going to be 30% off. 12-month PlayStation Now membership is going to be 30% off. And 3-month PlayStation Now membership is going to be 20% off. And also, they are doing a special thing. To celebrate the PlayStation Gear store, they're offering 20% discounts on all full-price merchandise using promo code DaysOfPlay20. So that's pretty cool. So we got a lot of
It is pretty cool.
a lot of good deals. There's some fantastic games in there.
You guys know I like my
for
deals.
Yeah,
Yeah, you do.
you do.
I be looking deals up for no reason. It's the first thing I did when I got home. I'm looking for one right now.
Fortnite's at 6%, by the way.
You're downloading it, dude. I'll just take a screenshot if you want.
No, man, I gotta see that. You could doctor that screenshot, man.
Okay.
You could
Photoshop.
fucking doctor that screenshot.
Fucking hilarious.
You know what else is hilarious? Great, you know, Walker. You and I are. It's like we're on like this kick. It's like
Yeah.
it's like we're
On the same
we have our
wavelength here. I
period,
like
the
it.
same menstrual
Menstrual?
cycles. There we go. Sorry, I can't talk. I'm too busy thinking about Fortnite.
Yeah, you are. Love on the battlefield.
Yeah, Fortnite 2, Love on Battlefield. Do you guys know of the game Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game's been out for 4 goddamn years,
No.
and it sold 6 million units worldwide.
Xenoverse 2's been out since 16?
Yep.
It doesn't seem like that
Nope.
at all.
Now, why am I bringing this up, you may ask?
I do ask.
Guess what's getting some new DLC?
Oh boy.
Xenoverse.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Okay. According to Gemitsu, the newest DLC will add Supreme Kai of Time, Krona as playable characters after a major update comes out on all platforms. Alongside Krona, the update will include a Broly wig and armor set, a Supreme Kai of Time costume, and an expanded partner customization feature. This feature will allow previously unplayable characters to now be played. No release date or pricing for this DLC has been revealed yet. Now, here is the weird thing. You guys want to know the last time this game got any kind of DLC?
Wasn't it the same year?
Nope.
When was it?
August 2018.
Oh.
So we're coming up on 2 goddamn years without a DLC, and it just drops out of nowhere. But hey, you know, good for them to keep updating a game that nobody plays anymore.
Yeah, especially when they came out with a better one. Kakarot.
Yeah, they came out. They
Yeah,
came
that's
out with Fighters.
Fighters, I heard, was good.
Fighters is fantastic. It's Arxis. It's a fantastic game.
Okay.
They don't know how to make a bad game. They're like Platinum.
Yeah. So,
But that's all that I have for news on a very uneventful week.
Shit. Anybody else got some stuff before I go?
I'm empty this week.
I got a few things.
That's what she said. I'm just kidding.
So the security firm's Zerodinium, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, they're an American information company who pay security researchers to submit exploits to various programs. They've stopped accepting certain applications for being submitted to iOS. So TLDR, there's a shit ton of bugs in iOS right now.
Didn't someone say it's an absolute mess?
Yeah, to quote them, they're saying iOS security is fucked. Only PAC and non-persistent exploits are holding it from being a completely zero exploit. But being that there's so many problems now, it's Apple iOS is pretty much close to zero. How do I explain that? There's a lot of exploits that are done that are installed on your phone that you can fix just by restarting it. But then there's a shit ton, a lot more that are currently being found in like newer versions of iOS that are going around that. So being that this firm has so many, they're just like, yeah, we can't pay bounties anymore. sorry, we can't give you money for breaking Apple stuff anymore. To
Fucking
go
It's
Apple.
too broken.
to go along with that, TechCrunch posted yesterday that hackers released a jailbreak that's working on every iOS version on every iPhone.
Nice.
So if you have even the latest iOS 13.5, you can still jailbreak that.
I wonder if
It
it's
doesn't
still.
work on 13.5.1 though. Uncover doesn't seem to work on that currently.
Hey.
Well, didn't we talk about a few months ago about how there was an exploit inside of the actual architecture of the phone itself that couldn't be patched with
Yeah.
a
I
That
don't
was the
exactly
update?
remember.
that was with the email, if I recall, because I think we talked about something like that. It's a pretty big issue, but it's in the same right. It's not that big a deal because they pretty much fixed it, but I guess there's technically still the chance.
I thought
think
there was
it-
something
it's
hardware
definitely
level.
It's
I
unto
thought there was
my
something hardware
understanding
level, but
that it was a hardware level
yeah,
or kernel level exploit, so you
yeah,
can't
kernel level,
necessarily
that's
fix it. But they did determine it as a small enough risk that they did need to really fix it, because I believe it only worked on certain kind of iPhones that weren't updated or something like that, or that were below iOS something. I can't exactly remember. It was a very specific use case, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
But
Really
yeah,
quick.
go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish the.
Um,
Before you move on to the next. Before you say the next thing.
Yeah.
Keep going if you're still on it.
Yeah, to think of what Nate said back there, I have a feeling that Apple probably put out iOS 13.5.1 just to stop this sort of thing, because this is what happens every time they put out like a jailbreak and it gets put around the internet. They're like, all right, we're going to put out a 0.1 version or a 0.2 version just to fuck with them to,
That's
fix
exactly
this.
what it was. I jailbreak your iDevice. I think that's the name of their channel. They had actually stated that Apple caught on to it so fast. They usually do, but like apparently this was like the next day apparently, because the video
Wow.
I watched was posted 17 hours ago and they already posted the update blocking all that shit. So if you're on 13.5.1, it's going to completely null and void everything that you can currently do. So everyone's saying the jailbreak community is just like, don't go to that one and you should be fine.
What's the latest update?
13.5, depending if you're asking the
Holy shit.
specifics, 13.5.1.
I'm
And
behind.
the other thing apparently is there's no wireless version of this right now. It's only wired. So if your phone turns off, reboots, or whatever, you're not having it anymore.
Oh, I forget what. I used to be really big into jailbreaking. This is like there's a different kind of exploit. I forget what it's called, but yeah. I can't remember. But that's pretty neat. Give it
I
2
did
months
update
and
my-
then I'll probably make a new one, or
Oh yeah.
somebody will break it.
For sure.
2 months?
Jailbreaking isn't
You're gonna
going
wait
away.
that long?
I mean, I'm just trying to, be generous.
Yo, I
No,
give
it's
it a
good.
week.
Yeah, that's what I
If
was gonna
that.
say, but
72 hours.
My buddy actually just used it, and he's going to be filling me in tomorrow about it. So I'll have info for the next week about how it works and all that stuff, what you can do. Apparently, what this one's allowing you to do is basically take full control of your Apple device with like widgets and everything. So we'll see how well it actually works.
definitely. That's all that I had for Apple. You got something like that, Walker?
Yeah, Mr. Ryan, kind of quick sidebar, wants to know some hidden gems to play on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, fuck. Shit. I think it's like Legend of the Bird King or Revenge of the Bird King. Is a really fun 2D Metroidvania-like, or no, I wouldn't even say that. It's more of like a Contra-like game. I bought it for like $1 on the eShop. It's really good.
What is it? Revenge of the Bird King?
I think that's what it's called. Let me
Something
That
with
sounds
bird.
like Flappy
Yeah.
Bird 2.
Yeah, Revenge of the Bird King. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Um,
really good.
Untitled Goose Game's also another good hidden gem.
Honk. I don't think
Yeah.
that's a hidden gem anymore.
No, it's still fun. It's still a fun
Game's
random
a
game to play
giant-
though.
I wouldn't say it's like a well-known game, but it's a huge indie game.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Bird King.
Honk.
What's that? I just
You're a
looked it up.
Revenge of the Bird. That was when I went on my every once in a while spending spree of like $5 in the eShop and get like 100 games. That one actually surprised me by being good. Usually I buy games and it's like, oh, this one cost a penny. All right, I turn it on. I got my money's worth out of it. I play it for like 5 minutes. I'm done. Cool.
Anybody else have any ones?
I got some more
Oh, I
news.
got-
Yeah.
No, I meant the games. Sorry. Before we move on to the news.
Oh, I got a ton.
Play Agony. We talked about that a little bit last week, but
Is that on
What?
Switch?
yeah,
How did
it's like $5, $10.
Agony?
Yeah, it's gory. It's
It's a bad
game.
game. It's
You need to have a stomach for that game, but
right.
Yeah.
It's a watch
It's
some
good.
YouTube on it first.
it's a solid game. It's not so a lot of it is pure like you're in hell. You're going through hell.
Yeah, so it's what you would
They-
expect.
Yeah, they make sure you know hell is a dark place.
Well, I mean, you also went through
But it's
hell in
not
Dante's
just
Inferno.
gore. Yeah, but that's
It's a little different.
this. I don't know if you've ever looked into Agony, but me
That
and
was a
Mitchell have
great
talked about it
game.
a little bit. But if
Oh no, he's talked to me about it too.
okay, yeah, Agony is. So the thing I like about Agony is it's heavily gore based, but it's not gore based. If that like there is a legitimate good like story to it, but you have to look for it too. It's not just in your face story, which is kind of how a lot of the games I like at least are. You have to look for things. It's not just going to tell you, but it also does have a fairly linear aspect to it. It's a good game. Play Agony. It's solid.
Here, let me. This is updated on April 18th. Here are hidden gems on the Nintendo Switch eShop
Yeah.
from NintendoLife.com. There's the game The Tourist. A joyous little adventure that sinks its blocky hooks into you and doesn't let go until it's done. Perfect balance of atmospheric puzzling, leisurely exploration, and minigame madness that will keep you thoroughly entertained from start to finish. There's Bad North, Viking strategic combat right out of the heart of Scandinavia's indie developer scene, Bad North. Swedish developer Plausible Concept calls it a micro strategy. Encapsulation of its minimalistic approach that covers everything from unit management to Monument Valley style isometric art style. There's City of Brass. Let's see here. While some of the procedurally generation can sometimes make for unnecessarily challenging experience, City of Brass is more than makes up for it with sheer creativity. You can explore its Arabian Nights theme maps. Okay. Ape Out. I've seen this. I've never actually played it. It's a refreshingly original experience that's more than deserves any place in the Switch owner's library. Difficult, frenetic gameplay and strong art direction and even stronger jazz drum soundtrack makes this the sort of memorable game that you'll keep coming back to over and over for another few runs in arcade mode. Armello, which is a really fun card game. Planet Alpha, Sky Rogue, Aegis Defenders, Hands of Fate 2, Full Metal Furies, and yeah. And then Eggs of the Gungeon's also a classic.
There you go, man. Thank you, James, for that. Sorry, Mark, didn't mean to cut you off. Keep going, man. What else you got?
Give me one sec. Beast. Yeah. Sorry, I'm lost my flow. So the Halo Master Chief Collection will be having Halo 3 come to its update flighting mid-June.
Whoop.
So if you're a part of the Halo Insider program, you can try out the Halo 3 Insider somewhere in the mid-half of June. According to Microsoft, after that, supposedly if it goes well, then we should see a pretty fast release of the game.
Nice.
That'd
So
be cool.
be pretty neat.
Man,
Uh,
I will play the shit out of that once Halo 3 drops.
Oh, 100%, my guy.
Halo 3 is great.
They just gotta if they have Forge in it, then I believe that'll be something that really draws me into it. Otherwise, I don't know.
Can't have Halo 3 without Forge though. You can't.
Yeah.
It's like you're missing half the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it'll be pretty interesting. I'm a part of the Insider program, so if I try it out, I'll be sure to let you know. Next thing up with Animal Crossing, something a little random. Somebody made a Danny DeVito's face on their Animal Crossing
Yeah.
island using the Island Designer app on your Nook phone. I'd Google it if you're interested. It's Danny DeVito in Animal Crossing.
I
And
dropped
then
this Magnum condom from my Magnum dong.
and the last thing that I have is some more data mining as far as Animal Crossing goes. The good old Twitter user _NG, NIJI, was looking into art this week and said that you can randomly receive pieces of art from your villagers in the mail. Assuming that they understood the system correctly, jock and lazy villagers will send any pieces of art, either real or fake. Smug villagers will only send fake pieces of art, and cranky villagers will only send sculptures that are either real and fake. So just a little information about that.
Well, I got a lot of jocks on my island, so
Yeah, so they might be real or fake. So at least you know that they're definitely not gonna be fake.
Or statues.
Yeah, or sculptures or statues. So that's always a plus. That's all that I got for news. I'll let you know if we hear more.
Perfect. I'll go. So, as we talked about a little bit last week or the week before, a couple weeks ago, Sea of Thieves is coming to Steam. They just released the release date, June 3rd. Is when it'll be on Steam. If you bought it on Xbox or PC, you do have to buy it again on Steam. It does not require Xbox Live, and you will be able to,
cool.
you'll be able to cross play with people who have it on Xbox and PC via the Game Pass, which is really nice.
As long as they don't have the original disc version of the game.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. The original disc version of the game is not cross-platform.
Yeah, which is, you would think that they would have done something to
bring those together, but
yeah,
it must have
makes too much
completely
sense.
changed or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So, next big thing, it was announced today that Madden will be a launch title for the next-gen consoles.
Big shocker.
Yeah. So when it comes to games, it's really unknown what kind of games will be available, but Madden will be one of them. Not that many people. Well, a lot of people still play Madden, but
when was the last time a sports game was not a launch title for a system? I would say probably like the N64 and PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Definitely the N64. That
you didn't appreciate
in the US.
NFL Blitz?
That was not a launch title.
I feel like it was.
No, the only ones that were launch titles for at least the N64 was Pilot Wing 64 and Mario 64.
Oh my god, I remember that one.
Speaking of piloting, it's a nice little segue.
Hell yeah.
Microsoft Flight Simulator Beta will be available mid-July.
Hey.
They're saying that's one of the most beautiful games ever made.
It's honestly looks absolutely stunning. They use real-life flight maps, and it's said to be the most accurate flight simulator that's ever been made.
Yeah, but
one.
Here's the thing. Is it going to use 8K textures? 8K cinema quality textures?
Maybe.
They say you could actually
I mean, I don't care if it doesn't.
take care of a portion of your flight test. Or your flight critique.
It puts in hours on your... You could do, I think, up to... I
10,
think
I
up to
think.
like 20. I thought it was 20 hours.
That's crazy though. That you
That
can
is
use
crazy.
a flight simulator for that. That's awesome.
Very
though.
accurate. It's very realistic.
And then also speaking of taking flight, we've talked about this game multiple times. Star Citizen. If you ever wanted to play the alpha from 10 years ago, well, now's your chance. It is free till June 1st.
The alpha is?
Yeah, Star Citizen in its entirety as a game is free until June 1st.
So is it?
Wait, you can play it, or you
You can play the whole game.
do you get to keep it after that?
Probably
Then you
not.
have
Is that
to
what
pay
you're
the
saying?
fee.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to pay the
Okay.
fee. It's like a trial, I guess.
Okay.
They're not calling it a free trial. They're saying the game is free to play
Isn't that
until
game
June
still
1st.
in beta?
It's an alpha, I think, isn't it?
It's still an alpha.
Yeah.
Wow. That game
like 10
glass I was
years.
telling you guys about a couple years ago or a couple weeks ago works with that too. That
Really?
phone app thing.
Yeah.
Kind of neat.
So you ever want to play Star Citizen and wanted to explore space, one of the longest running alpha games in history, now is your chance. And
At this point, I feel like I don't want to play it purely out of the fact that it's still an alpha.
Yeah.
I feel like they're doing that on purpose, though.
I hear about them doing neat updates though all the time. I mean, look what they did with No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
So they just
Yeah, but here's the thing: when No Man's
And
Sky was
Fallout.
released, it was full.
Fallout, yeah.
It was a fully released game. Like it was.
well, Fallout was like that too, and a lot of people are saying this new Wastelander piece has really added a lot of like juicy stuff to Fallout.
Speaking of Fallout, Nate, did Steam ever get back to you?
So Steam is kind of wishy-washy with me right now. They don't know. I was just told
You're a
they'll get back.
robot. What are you trying to do?
Return 76, even though I'm technically over both parameters. I explained to them the situations, and it's kind of up in the air at the moment.
All right. Well, we will eventually get to it. I mean, we
I
only have hundreds of games in our libraries.
Unfortunately, I've heard that a lot, and we haven't done anything, and that's $40 I'd like back if we're.
Yeah, understandable.
Understandable, yeah. Especially if we can get it on a better deal.
Yeah. But yeah, so that Star Citizen is free. Tons of people play it. A lot of people like it. So, speaking of free games, Final Fantasy 14 is free until the 27th. So by the time this podcast is uploaded, it may not be free anymore. But if you're listening to it now and you want to play it, it is free on the PS4.
Yeah, you can download the starter edition, which gets you 30 days free.
Yeah. So that's always
14's so good. Play 14.
14 is fantastic. It's my favorite MMO.
I want to get back into 14 so bad.
Yeah, I just need to restart my subscription. That's it.
It's not
Yep.
cross
It's as simple as that.
I have everything up to Shadowbringers on my PlayStation.
So just play it on your PlayStation.
Is it cross platform?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I'll just play on my PlayStation.
Yeah. And you could just hook up a keyboard and mouse to your PlayStation and just play like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that
I
makes
think
sense.
me and James have it on PlayStation.
I'll have to get it then. After
Mike
I'll have
Zach
to
has
redo
it
the
on
subscription.
PlayStation and PC.
Okay. Yeah, I spent $60 for that game, and I played it just 6 times. No,
Yeah,
it's
me too.
$70 because I got the Shadowbringers and everything else when Shadowbringers came
Yep.
out like 2 days after.
Yeah, I
'Cause all
did
my
the same
buddies
thing.
on PlayStation were like, "Yo, this game's so dope. This is like one of the coolest things they've done." And I'm like, "Fine, I'll get it. I want to be a dragon dude. Why not?"
I want to
Yep.
I want to play the Nier Automata stuff because Yoko Taro did some stuff for it, and it's supposed to be
Oh.
batshit insane.
Nice.
And you can get 2BF it.
That'd be cool. Nintendo, their Metroid Prime trilogy is rumored to be released next month for the Nintendo Switch. That'd be fun.
That's
Yeah. A lot of people dig those games.
oh,
100%.
Metroid Prime's unbelievably good.
The soundtrack to them is pretty damn nice.
Yeah.
I haven't played a whole lot of them, but I've listened to actually quite a bit of music, and it's pretty good.
Metroid Prime
So
2
if you-
is fantastic.
So if you missed being able to go to raves and electronic shows,
I miss being.
so now's your chance. Starting June 3rd for 3 days to June 6th.
God damn it! Everything's on June
Minecraft
3rd.
is hosting Electronica Music Festival with 300 artists on 30
Hell
different
yeah.
stages across one of what will be considered the largest gaming music fest in history on one of the biggest servers known to man that can hold
yeah.
every person who wants to join it.
They're
Wow.
basically Electric Daisy Carnival in Minecraft. I want to go to EDC so bad, but that's a different.
Now you
Yeah.
just go there in Minecraft.
I can't ride a Ferris wheel while listening to Wub Wubs in real life.
Not with that attitude, you can't.
I mean,
Yeah, you have to believe in yourself a
build
little
a
stronger
fucking
than that,
Ferris
bro.
wheel.
I
Right?
can't feel the
Ride that
decibels
shit.
breaking my brain.
But
Turn up
just
the
know,
volume
though,
on your headphones.
the concert is not free. Just
Goodbye,
like any concert, you have to buy tickets.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
How
Yes,
much
you have to
are
buy
the
tickets.
tickets?
The
The world wants to know.
I will have to look it up. It doesn't give me the price
If
of the
that shit's
tickets.
more than like $10, you've got me fucking chopped.
Let me look it up. It's called Electric Blockalo.
Yeah,
Before you
Electric
tell us,
Daisy
though,
Carnival,
Will,
EDC, that's
Yes.
exactly what it
before
is.
you tell us exactly how much, though, we're gonna guess.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull up
Here,
the good
I'll
old
pull it up.
website for Electric Blockalo. Yes, I am over the ages of 18 years old. I got all 300 artists here. Let's see what we got.
Bill?
Did you get your new keyboard already, James?
Nope.
Oh, that's what I thought. I thought your keyboard was like on your lap or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Oh,
Oh,
it is?
if I Google electric blockalo, the first thing that comes up is learn to save money, page 4, cash save.
Oh, nice.
Let's see here. Let's go to tickets. It doesn't show on the website. You have to sign up for the website. So I don't know if it'll be available yet. Okay, I found it. So
Oh,
guess.
Diplo and Zoo is going to be there?
So you got to think of this as a real concert. So there is front row all the way to the
Oh.
back.
That means fucking nothing. It's virtual.
So there's a range.
Of course there is, Minecraft. Of
So
course.
based on where you can stand, guess how much the tickets are.
So, how many rows are there?
Fuck off.
It doesn't say how many rows there are.
So, we'll imagine it has the base concepts. It has no. It doesn't. Oh no. You can't do that because if there's not amphitheater seating, it's just GA. It would be just GA unless you have specialty VIP. I've been to a couple festivals in my day, and that doesn't work that way. There's
no,
not
people just
rows
kind of
for
stand wherever they
one.
want.
Yeah, unless you get like VIP passes or the extended passes, like fucking the big ones have like EDC and
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
James, stop being a fucking animal. This is an orchestra. You gotta see it in your designated seat. Jesus Christ, haven't you ever been to the theater, you fuck? You ingrate.
I honestly, I refuse to go to shows that are stuck inside of amphitheaters because I don't want to sit if I'm going to a music show. If I'm going to a concert, unless it's like Panic or something, I'll go see them and I'll sit. But I won't be happy about it, but I'll be happy about it. Like, so, okay. Essentially, breaking it into the amphitheater ideology, because that seems like what they're doing, is so I imagine GA would probably be around $60, then up to about $100. I'd say no. For virtual, probably $30 to about $100 is my range. That's where
That's
I'm.
what I
Wow,
thought. I thought it would be like
you-
$35 for general admission and then like $60 for something special.
You guys are
So-
way off. You guys
up to,
are
like,
way the fuck
$300?
off.
It's not in the hundreds. It can't be in the hundreds.
I guarantee it's fucking absurdly priced.
Did you see the ticket prices?
Oh no, I'm looking at it right now.
All right, go ahead.
Wait. Can I give my top? Like, if I'm gonna have to go, if you're telling me I'm way fucking off, 350.
You're
is
way
my
the
max.
fuck. 350.
350 is my max. If you're telling me
Okay.
it goes higher, they're fucking high.
Wait, watch it be like super cheap because they're expecting the quantity of accessibility.
You got to remember, there is 130 million people who have this game.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta
Okay.
state though, they had stated everyone who wants to be there will be capable of being there.
Yep.
It's fucking free, isn't it?
No, it's not free.
Well, what is it? Wait, Jeff, do you have a
Well,
cap?
Mark's here.
I
Mark's
still
here.
think
We'll
it's.
ask Mark.
I think it's like
I don't
We'll
35.
ask
think you-
Mark his opinion. What do you
I don't know
think?
if you heard the
prices.
conversation.
I don't know if I
That
would be
doesn't
well
matter.
off if it was like 35.
Mark, you got your ears on? Alright, you know the Digital Boogaloo, the EDM show, the big one?
I don't know.
Go ahead, what's it called? What's
So-
it called?
Electric Block.
Electric Blockaloo is a Minecraft EDM festival
That they are
featuring
having.
over 300 acts over 40 stages.
On June
In
3rd to June
Minecraft.
6th. And to access it,
Wait,
you're
no,
selling tickets.
It's June 25th to 28th.
Oh, well, no, yeah, sorry, no, the tickets go on sale June 3rd. Sorry, that was my fault.
Yeah, the tickets go on sale. Okay.
So how
Alright,
much
how
you
much-
think tickets
Go
are?
ahead.
Sorry. For a Minecraft EDM concert.
$400.
Well,
Okay.
so it's a stagger. There's different prices for where you are.
Yeah, so there's like general admission and then there's like front row.
General
I've heard-
admission.
I said
Oh.
about 30 to 350.
Yeah, I'd say general admission's probably like, yeah, $80, somewhere around there. 80 to 120. And then like special VIP is like 200-300, and then like super special VIP is like 800 to 1,000. That's what I go with.
What are we looking at, boys?
You uh
What are we looking at?
It's not just a regular music festival, I assume.
So the admission ranges from $7 to $30.
Oh shit! Nice.
It's close.
Okay.
So, I guess the festival's offering a 60-40 revenue share with the participating artists, which is pretty
Okay.
nice.
And then when it comes to the size of as to why that the tickets are so low, is there is 112 million active users on Minecraft, and 175 million people own the game. So you take fucking $7 and you multiply it by 175 million people, it's the largest concert ever in history in terms of revenue.
Interesting.
Or hell, like you even take a
Like
fraction of
10%.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a hugely profitable concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, no actual venue to rent, no like
Mm-mm.
Nope,
no
you
real
just pay
overhead
for
aside from servers and artists.
I guarantee people
Oh.
would pay that high dollar
Now we need to stop
values, don't
talking
get me
about
wrong.
that shit. The next one's gonna be stupid expensive.
I
That
was
is true.
thinking of
Fuck
it like
everybody.
actual music festival sort
That's
of
what I
shit.
was doing.
Yeah. No, people probably would pay because they miss it, but yeah. So that's happening here soon. So that'll be interesting.
Hmm.
I'll download Minecraft, pay $7, general mission. Let's
Yeah, I'll
fucking
do
rave.
it. Fuck it.
Yeah, dude, we'll,
get it.
we'll live stream it from the side.
We're in Game Pass, so.
Fucking make it happen.
Yeah,
Last
For
I'll-
our
couple things.
experience, we'll interview people, pull them off
God,
the
that'd be
side.
amazing.
Interview Diplo.
Yes.
I was
Dude, if
talking
you,
about more
if you actually
audio.
have the ability to walk around with people, that'd be
That'd be
fucking
cool,
fantastic.
dude. That would be cool. And like
I don't-
different
oh,
actual
man.
venues that are made after different venues in real life.
Yeah.
People are gonna be putting skins of just like topless people
Oh,
just roaming around, just like an actual like electric forest
Like
or
an
something
EDM
like that,
fest,
or
yeah.
yeah, or like Bonnaroo.
That's fucking amazing.
That's
Last
a
couple
great
things I
idea.
have. It really is. It's phenomenal. How many
Yeah.
people are in that game? Like, if
Well-
Fortnite can do it to the success that it has, fucking
Uh,
Minecraft.
It's probably where it came from, or like not even that. Like it's the first, like maybe not even the first, but like the first outlet where they start doing something different than just Minecraft as
Yeah.
a game of what it usually has been. Like,
Mhm.
don't know,
Yeah, I
it's
think the
just
sky's
cool.
the limit from there. If this,
Hey
if
man,
this is
if someone
successful,
can make a working Game Boy emulator to play Pokemon Red in Minecraft, you can do whatever the fuck you want in Minecraft. You could do
That's
literally
pretty
anything
crazy.
in Minecraft.
Electric jungle in Minecraft. That's something else.
I don't know, man. I think it's kind of ridiculous, but hey, if people are gonna have fun on it, do it.
Right?
Oh,
We're all gonna go
totally will.
camping. We're gonna make a little campsite and throw a bunch of mushrooms and
I just
No,
walk around the
mushrooms.
festival.
We'll do a bunch of mushrooms.
Yep.
It's in survival mode too, so you go
We'll
hungry and
we'll
shit.
smoke. Yeah, yeah. There's just a fucking creeper
Everyone's just,
that appears.
yeah, everyone's enjoying their show. Yeah. Even better, a
Everything
creeper
was
after a
fun
bit's been hit
games
by
until
lightning.
A fucking creeper came out of nowhere.
And Ender Dragon fucking pops up at the end.
Yeah.
Fucking annihilates everybody. That'd be funny. So a couple things here. So Assassin's Creed. So Assassin's Creed Origins, not Origins. So the original Assassin's Creed was going to be a very linear game without side quests. Until the CEO of Ubisoft, his son,
Yves Guillemot.
his son played the original Minecraft. Jesus, played the original Assassin's Creed and told his dad this game is stupid, verbatim. And because of that, they added side
Papa,
quests in
papa.
the original Assassin's Creed.
Ça va, man?
I thought that was hilarious.
Joyeux video. Stupid.
Yeah, he brought it up in an interview how his son actually changed the outcome of Assassin's Creed because he said it was stupid. So that's actually pretty funny. So speaking of Assassin's Creed Valhalla was originally announced. It is going to be a little bit less than Odyssey, which is not the case anymore. The map is
Bigger.
actually going to be bigger.
Why?
Edge.
That's a poor choice.
Edge.
It is going to be bigger by at least 15%. When you take
Well,
that in
you're-
consideration of the game, that is huge.
You're going to have apparently most of England that you can run around in, and part of like Scandinavia,
So yeah,
or not Scandinavia, Sweden.
Odyssey was not. Odyssey was well received in the fact that it was a good game. But Odyssey was not well received in the fact that a lot of people never finished that fucking game.
yeah, because it was
Yeah,
so
you had to
big.
travel too far.
Yeah, it
I
takes
can
forever to travel from one side to the other.
I can
Ouch.
honestly say that that Assassin's Creed Odyssey was the second best Odyssey game to come out that year.
Second best Odyssey game.
Yeah, Super Mario
Fuck was
Odyssey.
Oh. That was a good one.
Troll motherfucker.
So yeah, that
So
game is
come
gonna be
up,
really
jump
big.
up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared.
Speaking of Ubisoft, Ubisoft over the last couple months had a Let's Play Together campaign where they released a bunch of games for free.
Did
During
they announce how many people downloaded this stuff?
yes, over 9 million people downloaded their free games over the last 2 months,
Wow.
Nice.
reaching from Assassin's Creed 2, Rayman, Child of Light, among other games. While the numbers aren't yet finalized, Ubisoft has come out and said the numbers will exceed over 9 million people have downloaded their free games during their Let's Play Together campaign. So that's pretty cool. So good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them in this time. Speaking of time, not really a
Time?
good segue. But
'Cause I
lot of
didn't lob
news.
it up to you.
thanks, man. I appreciate you. The next Call of Duty is on its way. It has been leaked that it is officially Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. That is the
Black Ops
official
is good.
name. That it is a remake and an expansion of the original Black Ops game. It was leaked today via a picture of the title and what it will be named. Honestly, I think a leak this big probably happened on purpose because it's set to release in October, which is only, if you think about it, 4 or 5 months away at this point. That people leaked it. There'll be more news coming out when Activision does their conference here in the next couple weeks. So yeah, Black Ops Cold War is the next generation. It is unknown if there will be a battle royal mode in this to compete with the other battle royals that they
I
already
would
have.
hope not. Because
think
they
there would
plan
be.
on keeping Warzone, as
Warzone.
their main.
Yeah, and that's what they're thinking because they made it separate. And then with Warzone, you know how you have the gulag and you can buy your friends back if you die, all that fun stuff.
Right.
Say bye-bye. For a limited time, for the next 2 weeks, they're removing that feature into the game and going to a classic battle royal. Back to the basics is what they are calling it. They are removing the gulag and they are removing the ability to buy your friends. It will be a straight battle royal. When you die, you die. Kind of like how Blackout was.
I wish they just made it a separate mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only a
But the
limited
problem
time
with that
only.
is how many people would actually play that mode, though?
At least at that point, then they don't stop like the people that would consider playing it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's only a limited time only, and they said the other version will return. I'm assuming with tweaks and twists, based. And they said this. They don't feel that this is in relation to that one team getting 140 kills in one game, but they feel that has a lot to do with it because you can just pad those numbers because you can just continuously revive your friends, and that number just spikes. And it's not a true estimate of how many kills you actually got because you could have killed the same team 5 times. Because one person survives, goes and buys the other friends back, you kill him again, he goes, buys him again, kills him again, kills him again, kills him again. So, but we'll see what happens there. And that is all the news that I have. Anybody else got anything?
I'm out.
I don't.
Gucci Mane.
Got anything, Shrodes? No?
One thing I forgot to add for the my weekly, Aimright and I have been putting down some funky beats, waiting for
Yeah, that's what I heard.
waiting
Oh,
for Kitsune to get involved here. Yeah, man, I've been going over and messing around with his equipment, dude. That shit is so fun. It's ridiculous. We've
Made
written a couple
more coming
raps.
pretty soon here. I guess gotta get my finances back in order, and then I'll be grabbing one.
The sickest of the funky beats, says Proctopiff. Thanks for the sub, by the way, buddy. But yeah, man, we've been having a lot of fun with that. He actually got a bunch of Udemy courses.
Oh
Really?
yeah, Udemy's great.
Mhm.
Udemy's fantastic.
They've
I
had
love
some
that
killer
service.
sales going on this week too.
They have.
Insane deals right now,
Yo,
like $17 for, or like $12 for like $300 programs.
Yeah. Hashtag definitely not a sponsor, but hey, Udemy, if you want to sponsor us, our DMs are open. Fucking
make it
Udemy's
happen.
great. Udemy is fantastic. The courses are great. The instructors on a lot of the things are fantastic. And yeah, you can they have sales all the time, and it's super cheap. Like
There's
my
really-
I think for I have 2 courses in Blender and 1 in game coding in C++ and Unreal, and there's like fucking maybe 150 hours of stuff in those. I got for maybe $50 total.
Nice.
It's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Let's get to some releases, shall we?
We shall.
Shall we?
So this is until the 30th?
Yeah.
31st. So on the 26th, we have... Oh, boy, they're making it hard right off the bat. Utawari Utawari Remuno Prelude to the Fallen is coming out for PS4 and the Vita.
Actually, the
Wildfire.
name. I'm
It's
fucking looking at that.
Utawarerumono. Utawari Romuno. There, I think that's actually. Holy shit! I think I got it.
There you
Utawari
go.
Romuno. Yes.
Fucking
Yatta.
champ right
Prelude
there.
to the Fallen. All those years of anime is paying off.
Hell yeah.
All those years of watching hentai is paying off. Wildfire is also coming out on the PC on the 26th. The Elder Scrolls Online Greymoor is coming out for PC and Mac on the 26th. Rune Lord is coming out for the PS4. Minecraft Dungeons is coming out for the PC and Switch and Xbone on the 26th. Quantum League is coming out for the PC on, you guessed it, the 26th. And Castle Pals is coming out for PS4 on the 26th. 27th, we have Missile Command Recharge coming out for PC and Switch. Phantasy Star Online 2 finally coming out in the US. Still don't believe it. Coming out for the PC on the 27th and Xbone. Castle Pals coming out for the Xbone on the 27th. Many Faces coming out for the Xbox One and PS4 on the 27th. Then on the 28th, we have Synaptic Drive coming out for the Switch and PC. Umihara Kawuse Fresh coming out for the PC. That one was a lot easier. I feel like I could do anything now after saying that first one. I feel like I am on top. I'm on cloud 9 right now. I can go to Japan right now and be like, just
What's up?
conversate.
Yeah.
Bug Fables, the Everlasting Sapling coming out for PS4 and Switch on the 28th. Atomic Crops coming out for the Switch and PS4 on the 28th. Those Who Remain coming out for PS4 and PC. Resolution coming out for the PC and the Switch. Kawase Baku fuck.
They got you.
It's gonna be funny when you find out what word I got screwed up on. Umahara Kawase Bazooka coming out for the PC on the 28th.
He overthought it.
I did.
Bazonga.
They threw that switch up on me. Dungeon Defenders Awakened coming out for the PC on the 28th. Dungeon Defenders is really good. Oh, what the hell is this? The Game Paradise Cruisin' Mix Special is coming out for PC, PS4, and Switch. Sega Ages Thunder Force AC coming out for the Switch on the 28th. Shantae and the Seven Sirens coming out for the PS4 and Switch on the 28th. Then on the 29th, we got Geo Rifters coming out for the PC and Xbox One. Adam's Venture Origins, if you want to play a shitty Uncharted game, comes out for the Switch on the 29th. Indieocalypse comes out for the Xbox One and PC on the 29th. Strikers 1945 2 comes out for the PC on the 29th. Bioshock the Collection comes out for the Switch on the 29th. Genetic Disaster comes out for the PS4 and Switch. Borderlands the Legendary Collection comes out for the Switch. Little Misfortune comes out for the PS4 and Switch. XCOM 2 Collection comes out for the Switch. The Last Escape comes out for the Xbox One. Ultimate Fishing Simulator comes out for the Xbox One. And Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition comes out for the Switch on the 29th. Back to you guys in the studio.
Appreciate it. Thank you, James, for that amazing knowledge. Videos and TV shows, nothing really special. 26th comes out The Invisible Man. We got a bunch of TV shows coming out that's being released. I'm not sure how it's going to work because they're all what I believe to be filmed live. America's Got Talent and World of Dance. Those start on the 26th. And I didn't think TV shows were allowed to do that yet, but who knows? The 27th, Netflix is coming out with a banger. Our favorite meme of the Christmas time. It's a documentary about our boy Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, is it about how he didn't kill himself?
Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich is what it's called. So yeah, that'll be.
Should have been called Jeffrey Epstein,
Didn't
not
kill
who you think he was.
I didn't know this show is even still on TV. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 7 starts the...
It does really well.
Shit, hold on. Wait, guys, Fortnite has finished downloading.
Oh, shit. Here we go, boys.
All right, hold on. Shut
I have
up.
a question for you, James.
No, you got like another 5 minutes before it starts.
Were you streaming today?
Nope.
Okay.
Looney Tune cartoons.
I was just checking. Nothing's there. I know you said something about the preamble, so I was wondering if it actually.
Oh, that's recorded.
I don't know when HBO Max launched, but I'm guessing it just launched because there's
they
a
have that
ton
Looney Tunes
of
show on there.
A ton of shows are releasing the 27th, so I'm assuming it releases the 27th. HBO Max because there's like 10 things. One of them is the Looney Tunes.
That I've seen clips of it on Twitter. It's hilarious.
So I don't know if it's just a remake of the original Looney Tunes or adult version of it.
No, it's just Looney Tunes.
Okay, because I know that.
It's like you remember that one?
They did the adult version of the Muppets.
There was that one Looney Tunes show where it does say early access. What the fuck?
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, now I can get it uninstalled. I found out. No one lied to me.
May 29th.
Will not close.
I know.
Help.
You're forever stuck.
May 29th, coming out with probably what will be absolutely hilarious from the creators of The Office, plus Steve Carell, Space Force Season 1. Coming to Netflix May 29th.
Don't care. Wanna see.
Trailers look absolutely hilarious.
PJ Novak on that too.
Oh, there was a bunch of people.
'Cause he was one of the producers on The Office. Ryan the temp, I imagine. I don't know if you actually knew his name or not.
Yeah,
There we go.
I believe like, there was a
PJ
ton of
Novak
people.
was a writer
I'll have to
for
look.
that show forever.
Yeah.
He was on the show.
Ben Schwartz, who also is Sonic and played what's his name from Parks and Rec? God, I can't think of his name.
Couldn't tell you. Never watched Rec.
What was his name? Schroeder, the funny dude. Ben Schwartz. He's the voice of Sonic.
Oh,
He had his sister, and he was
Rufio or
Yeah.
Ralphio.
John Ralphio.
John Ralphio. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
makes
He's a
sense.
main character in it as well, along with Steve Carell and a bunch of other characters. Yeah, it's from the exact creators, the exact same people who made The Office and produced it. So-
Anything Steve Carell is in is brilliant. It's just so good.
So yeah, it is. Yeah, it's literally called Space Force, and that comes out the 29th. Well, that is all I have. So let's. Where can we find everybody? How can we? Where can we find you? Where are we gonna be? And where can we find you in the unknown future of the Level Unlock podcast?
Yeah, never.
Got about 10 minutes
Oh,
left,
Why not?
Yeah, we got like
So-
10 minutes left of the podcast.
and it's over
So-
forever.
Find me everywhere at YF Kitsune. However, that might be subject to change. I have an idea. We'll see if it fucking works or not. If I can get all the fucking titles. I have something that my mind has not deviated from for the past 2.5 weeks. And YF Kitsune was more of a on the whim. I liked it. It sounded cool, but this has been stuck in my head for the past like 2.5, almost 3 weeks, and this might be it. But however, we'll talk about that when we get there, if we get there. But yeah, everywhere there. Hopefully I'll be able to start streaming again this week. I have been taking a pretty big break just because I don't know what I want to stream. I think I might finish Call of Cthulhu, or I might play one of the games that I was sent by our dear buddy James up here. What do you?
What the fuck is Mario's Mystery Meat? What the fuck is Mario's Cement Factory? This one dude I follow that I watch on Twitch, he's playing Vine Sauce is playing Mario's Cement Factory, and the title
Oh.
of the stream is Mario's Mystery Meat. Java
Yeah,
phone
it's the
games,
Mafia version.
Stay tuned and Golden Light.
The Mafia version.
Is that a sad
Wow.
face emoji cowboy?
Proc-
Oh, I need
Proctor
to stop
Pip
watching
says
this right now.
Mario's
Holy fuck.
Mystery Meat is one of my late night go-tos.
Anyhow, other than that, like I said, I might be streaming again. I want to. We started playing Smash again a little bit. I want to.
Oh fuck, we played Smash.
Yeah, we played Smash.
Yeah.
I forgot about that too. Other than that, not a ton. Kind of getting things in order. I actually think I'm gonna stream some Crucible because that game, that's fun, and I want to give it
Fun.
a real college try. I do plan on streaming For Honor as well because I plan on probably playing that the most this week because that game got me hooked again. It might catch some of my money too. I don't know. We'll see what the microtransactions. But yeah, not a ton. That's realistically it for me. We're gonna be working on some ideas. If I keep 76, if I can't get them to return it, I have an idea that I actually want to do. And Schroeder, I brought it up to you a little bit I want to say about a week ago. But yeah, I want to do this whole like Chernobyl cinema like kind of RP that's going to be more of a YouTube series because I think it would be better placed there because I know you're like big into like the whole editing and making things look nice and clean and crisp and not just random gibberish in my Twitch channel. But yeah, that's a possibility. We'll see. But yeah, that's about it for me. James.
Hold on. Mark,
Yes.
you can go. I'm typing real quick.
Okie dokie. You can watch me make mediocre content on YouTube and Twitch at MarkDude701. I honestly have been trying to play Skate for a while and trying to stream that. but I'm just really bad at streaming. Honestly, my work schedule does not really make it easy. And then it's pretty much that. And I like work all day or whenever I wake up, and then I work most of the day, eat some food, shower, and then play games with these guys and then go to bed. So it's I guess I could stream whenever we play games, but I'm honestly not too talkative, and I don't like to talk over people. So it's a work in progress. We'll get there. But if you ever want to watch it, you can watch it on YouTube at Twitch at MarkDude701. What's going on with you, James?
Well, you can watch me play Final Fantasy VII Remake on twitch.tv/People8Studios. You could also watch me maybe play RE3 Remake. That's cool. That would be cool. And then, yeah, probably going to be playing For Honor and Crucible and maybe Rainbow Six. And, you know, who knows? We'll just play it by ear. I need to figure out a game to play after Final Fantasy or Resident Evil 3 Remake. And if you miss a stream, you can always check out my VOD on youtube.com/People8Studios. As well as whenever we decide to record some more, other things like OG Final Fantasy VII Let's Play and Yakuza 0. And then if you want to see me retweet memes, go to Twitter at People810.
Nice.
Hey Jeff.
Hmm.
What
What's
are
up?
you going to be doing this week?
I'll probably be messing around. Let's see, what will I be doing? Definitely messing around in the server. Still, having a lot of fun playing with that. Other than that, you guys can find me on Splash Screen Gaming on Twitch and the YouTubes, and then Team Splash Screen on Facebook and Instagram. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I've actually been looking at the Unreal Engine lately.
It's
I have a couple ideas.
great. The Unreal
Yeah.
Engine's really nice.
Well, I found that there's plenty of Udemy courses on it, so I don't know if I'm going to need it. So, I mean, I've obviously for the more detailed stuff probably, but you know, I'm going to see what I can get my hands into first, and then kind of go on from there.
Mhm.
But it would be
Need
nice to
help? Let
play.
me know.
Yeah, for sure. It would be nice to play something. I don't know what yet though, but there's been a lot of good deals on Fnatica and stuff, so I've scooped up quite a few things. Now time to just kind of look through it. Those mystery keys, man, they get me every time.
Oh yeah, no, I know the feeling.
I got actually like 1 or 2 good games in it though, so I don't know. I'll mess with that. And then really that's about it on the plate for the moment. What you, Walker? What you got going on, brother?
Nothing too much. I keep having this weird number keep calling me. I don't know what it is. It's like they've
Spam.
called me like 8 times today already. Say, hey, I got some urgent news. I'm like, I don't know what it's about.
Did you
Anyways,
Google the phone number?
well, no, he says he has questions about the podcast, but I don't know. I'll answer it here in a second. Anyways, myself, Captain Geach 15, on all the socials. Myself, give me a second. Let me see here, James, really quick. While I finish my week, let everyone know, despite the podcast coming to an end on episode 69, where can they find us for future reference while I answer this phone call?
Yeah, so you can find the Level Unlock podcast, the entire backlog of all, well, I guess it would be like 70, right? 70 episodes or so.
There's more than that if you include the specials and everything.
Oh yeah, with the specials. Yeah, you're right. Shit. A lot of episodes at levelunlockpodcast.podbean.com. And then you could also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at what, Nate?
LVL. Fuck.
God.
Yeah,
Mark.
LVL unlocked pod.
There.
There. You never
That's
had-
LVL Unlocked Pod.
There.
He
we
doesn't
go.
ask
Keep
me
it
if-
You got to say it twice. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it just
say it
doesn't
twice.
sit. It doesn't work.
And
It,
with
ugh.
And with that Meadler.
Yeah, and then also,
Tone.
you could become a lock picker, which I mean, should we even mention the Patreon anymore since, like, you know, we're done? I mean,
Probably should.
Well, yeah, just
Just in
you
case
know,
we decide to keep
yeah,
going.
Just, yeah, in case
or like
we decide to make the comeback.
right,
Oh,
season
round
2.
We're on
two.
that capital. Yeah, season 2. You can check that out at patreon.com/levelunlockedpodcast. Oh, hey Walker, I'm glad you took the time to
you.
get off the phone for
Yeah.
this show. You know, I mean, this is kind of the
Sorry.
our swan song here.
It is. It's our final episode. But I actually got some crazy news. I didn't actually know it was possible, but the Level Unlock podcast. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to talk to you guys about it. But I just made the executive decision on behalf of all of us. We just sold the podcast to this guy Bob Dooley O'Malley. I don't know. I guess he's been listening to episode 1. Says the fucking greatest thing he's ever listened to. I was like, okay, cool. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy your podcast. You guys don't have to end it on episode 69. But he's got stipulations though. He wants to rename it.
What does he want us to rename it to?
Because his name's Bob, it's now officially Level Unlocked Bobcast.
Jesus.
So next week, episode
Jesus
70
Christ.
will be the Level Unlocked Bobcast. Officially going forward. I'll see if we can work some more logistics out. But yeah, he just came in and said, hey, I bought your podcast. There's nothing you can do about it. Level Unlocked Bobcast going forward. It lives on another day, but just under a different title. So
It's
we'll
like when do you guys remember the radio station up here, Froggy 94.7?
Yeah.
And then that dude Bob bought it and called it
Yeah.
Bob FM.
exact same thing. He's just like,
Jesus
hey, I'm
Christ.
pulling an IHOP. We're now called IHOB. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, some breaking news right there. That we just been purchased and bought out by Bob Dooley O'Malley. He says he loves the podcast, but we'll figure this out though. I think we need to end it on this note and figure some logistics. Possibly see you next week on the new
killing me.
Level Unlock Bobcast. I guess is that how it's gonna be?
Maybe.
But we'll see. We'll know. Hopefully we'll have some more news. We'll see what's going on here. We'll see what we got. As always, thank you everybody for listening to the Level Unlock podcast. Next week, who knows? We'll find out. Talk to you guys next week. Have a good night.
Have a good
Have
night,
Have a
everybody.
go on.
Oh, I guess I can.